Hello, and welcome to another episode of Nubian Kingz 144 channel. I'm your host, the intellectual Ahmenu Sage. Hope you're well rested and well nourished. You're feeling good today, despite the fact it may be rainy weather. But yeah, I hope you're comfortable as well. I don't know if you can hear in the background, got the fireplace on. I mean, loads of flames coming from it, big massive fire. So, you know, just to add that comfy effect, that nice warm, cozy home effect. It's nice and warm and toasty in there, man. So we're nice and warm today. It looks like it's gonna rain later as well, so just trying to get warm, man. But yeah, it's the weekend officially. So I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but something just came over me and just said, well, I made this video, man. Even that people may know about some of the stuff that you're going to say already. Speak about your knowledge on these subjects. So that's what I'm going to do. And them subjects I'm going to speak on today for about 5 to 7 minutes each is family imposters, demon spy birds, or fake birds and demon spy birds, proof of the matrix, that we live in a matrix, and how to attack back demons. So without further ado, I'm just going to take a little puff of my roll up, take a sip of my coffee, and then we'll get into this video. Just give me a minute, sorry about this, give me a minute. Yeah, literally just woke up as well, man. You know what I mean? Literally just woke up. I thought I'd start a video, so I haven't even had breakfast. But the coffee's my breakfast anyway, that'll wake me up for a little bit. I don't really eat first thing in the morning anyway. I'm good, as long as I have a roll up and a cup of coffee. That's my breakfast. So yeah, we're going to start off with family imposters. Now, a lot of you may be experiencing these scenarios within your life where you're finding it hard to trust certain people because of their general behaviour, and you're noticing a lot of betrayal from people close to you, and just family and loved ones and friends generally acting suspicious and very secretive. And then you may even notice that their appearance has slightly changed a little bit, the way they appear and the way they speak, the way they sound, their body movements, things like that, little things like that you may have noticed that has changed. But yeah, so if you have noticed some of these signals within your own life, between family members and friends and relatives and stuff like that, there's a high chance that those members of your friends or your circle could be an imposter. Now, it's very difficult to spot an imposter within your circle because they imitate the person that their role that they're playing to a T. But there's little ways that you can tell. It could be something a memory that you have with them that is a very rare memory that only you and they would remember. It could be something that you do together that only you and that person did together. It could be certain food that they eat or activities that you know only that person does. And you could question them, and eventually you're going to see within their eyes that they're lying when they answer the questions. Now, some of them do have the ability, depending on what type of imposter they are, whether it's vampire or shapeshifter, or whether they're using mimicry or some sort of mind technique to make themselves look like the person that they're imposting on. So they have different techniques, but frequency is another way that you can tell an imposter. If you raise certain frequencies in the air, certain music, you'll notice their image will change slightly. But yeah, so I've noticed within my own life, certain family members and friends and people that are around me are not the original people that were in my family or in my friends' friends. And it took me a long time to figure this out. Because for a long time I was dealing with betrayal between family, betrayal from friends. Just a lot of backstabbing things was happening to me. And I couldn't figure out why this was happening. Why these people that I was close to, that I cared about, that originally that I know cared about me, cared for me and helped me in many ways, was suddenly starting to turn on me. I got that from my nose. Yeah, so I didn't know why that was happening. And then I realised, this is not the person, this is not the same person, these are not the same people. And a lot of people are dealing with this all across the country at the moment, dealing with people that are not who they claim to be. So I'd just like to give a warning out. This is really this video that I'm making is mainly a warning and a little bit of information mixed together. So I'm not going to go into detail and start proving stuff. This is just a warning, basically. When it comes to a warning, you don't need to prove nothing. You just listen, innit? And you either take heed or you don't. But yeah, I'm warning you, so I'm not here to prove anything. I'm just telling you facts. You can take it if you want to take the information or leave it. But it's only to help you. I'm only doing this video because I care, innit? And I want to help people. So please listen to what I've got to say. So yeah, a lot of the people out there are imposters. And some of them may be your relatives, could be your mum, could be your dad, could be your brother, could be your sister, could be your aunt, uncle, could be your auntie, could even be your children. Members that's role that's being played by an imposter. So what I want you to do, people, is start looking at your relatives, start looking at your friends. Proper take a deep look into them. See if you notice anything different about them in their behaviour, in their speech, in their activities. You got to be careful because a lot of people are changing at the moment and being upgraded, so their actions are going to change anyway. But if they change completely and they sound completely different, and you know there's something not right there. So start keeping an eye on some of your family members and friends, because there's a high chance some of them could be imposters. So we're going to move on to the next subject, because like I said, this is just a warning video. It's just a mixture of general information. It's there to help you. Some of you may know this information, and some of you may not. But it's just information to help you. The next subject I'm going to move on to is demon spy birds. Demonic spy birds. Birds that spy on you that are demonic. Now, some of you may have noticed within your homes and your businesses lately that there are a lot of birds around. When you look out your window, you see birds just sitting there. Seem to be sitting there outside your window, across the street from you, facing your direction, or the direction of a window, opposite a window, and they appear to be just looking. And then when you look at them, they start pecking the ground like they're eating something, and there's no food there, so you know they're not eating nothing. And then they may start looking around and you look at them like trying to act like a bird. But these are actually, in fact, spies. And some of them are shapeshifted, like the family imposter thing. It's all connected to what I'm saying to you. It's all to do with fate stuff, what I'm saying to you, apart from the last one. Some of the demon spy birds may not be demons, they could be shapeshifters, someone that's shapeshifted into a bird. But a lot of the time it's actually demons or vampires that are turned into a bird in order to spy on you. There are some rare cases of mechanical birds, but those are very rare. Most of the time it is actually a demon that's changed into a bird that is spying on you. So a lot of you may have noticed that there were birds outside your window. If you take a look out your window right now, see if you spot any birds across the street. Now what I want you to do is look at that bird there, and let it see you looking at it. And when you look at it, the first thing it's going to do is start pecking the ground, looking around nervously, and then start pecking the ground. It may even fly away straight away, but it won't fly away unless it knows that it's been made out. Unless it knows that you clocked it, that it's spying on you, then it will fly away. But yeah, so a lot of these birds, they are not birds, they're actually demons spying on you, or shapeshifters spying on you. And this is happening to a lot of families and a lot of people all across the nation at the moment. They're being spied on by these birds. They follow you no matter where you go. And some people have even reported cases of them seeing them fly down to a corner, and then from that corner loads of men emerging from the corner to attack them. So you got to be very careful and vigilant when you're walking in your day-to-day journeys. Don't just watch for human threats or so-called human threats walking around. You got to watch out for animals as well. Start monitoring the animals' behaviour and listening for when the birds go quiet and things like that. It's usually a sign of danger. But yeah, these birds are not birds, man. They're not birds. They're shapeshifters or demons that have turned into birds, and they're there to spy on you and there for your demise. And some of them are being controlled by God. You get their few original birds that are original birds, that are actual real birds that are controlled by God, and they monitor people as well. So it's very difficult to tell what type of birds you're looking at, because there's so many different types out there of the same bird. So you got to keep an eye on these things. So yeah, be very mindful of the birds that are out there, because a lot of them are spies, and they're just there to spy on you. So what I want you to do is take a look out your window right now, just see if you see any birds while I take a puff of this roll up. Did you see some? Are they facing your direction? Maybe more than one or two? Did they peck the ground when they saw you? Did they start looking around when they saw you and pecking the ground? Did they fly off as soon as they saw you? Those are spies, man, demons in disguise. But yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next video, the next one. Like I said, I'm just keeping it short and sweet on each subject, and I may go back to different subjects after I've spoken about all of them, because time. The next one I would like to talk about is proof that the Matrix exists. Now I want you to listen carefully to me when I talk about this. Listen carefully. Open your earbuds, get comfortable, pay attention to this. This is crucial information. This may help you to come to a realization, if you follow the instructions carefully, that you've never come to before. Now, I am an awoken person. I'm fully awake in this matrix, and I understand the matrix to a high degree, scientifically, physically, spiritually, astrally, and demonically, and hellishly, in all sorts of ways. I understand the matrix and the programs and how they work to a high degree. And what I've figured out a long time ago was that there's patterns. The matrix is full of patterns. I don't know if you noticed that. It's full of patterns and formations. And one of the formations and patterns that I managed to clock onto was the formation and patterns of the cars. And if you watch the cars and vans and people that go past, this is a clear sign that we're living in the Matrix. What I want you to do is look out your window. If you live on a road where there's a road on your road, it has to be a road where people are travelling down and cars are going past. Now what I want you to do is look at the cars that are travelling from the left side to the right side of your window. And it could be a white car that travels across from the left side to the right side of the road, of your window, across. Now the next car that goes past is going to be what? It's going to be a black car, a black vehicle. It could be a black car, a black van, a black bike. It's going to be a black vehicle because the Matrix has to do the opposite. It has to do the opposite for some reason. I don't know why it does. It doesn't have to, but it doesn't have to. So there are times that it will try to fool you. If you notice, say like you're paying attention to the colours, it will try to fool you. So say like if you actually verbally say there's a white car going past, the next car is going to be black. The Matrix will try to fool you. For a little while, it will send different coloured cars similar to the black car that's supposed to come after the white car, but it won't send the black car right away. But the things that I clocked on, it has to follow a system. So eventually a black car has to go past, or a black van has to go past after the white vehicle has gone past, because that's to follow a certain law. And eventually the black car will go past, and if it's trying to fool you. Or sometimes if you look at it and see a white car go past, sometimes the black vehicle will go past straight away. It should go past straight away most of the time, be the next car to go past. And you could do this with any vehicle. If it's say like a blue vehicle goes past, the next colour vehicle will be what? Red. A red vehicle will go past. And it always follows this opposite sort of scenario. And you'll notice that, say like a black, say like if a black car goes past on one side of the road, going to a direction, and no cars are coming from that direction, and they decide to come from the other direction to cross. On the other side, a white car will go past. Or say like a blue bike goes past, and then a red bike will go past eventually. And it's just, you can apply this technique to the actual people that you see. Some of these people, they are not people. They are just bots. They're machines. I don't know what they are, but they're not real. Because they always seem to be in the right spot at the right time. It's like they're part of the system. You can apply this technique to people as well. So like a white man goes past one direction, who will go past next? If it's a white old man, it will be a young black girl. A young black girl will go past. Or it could be a young black girl or a young black man, but it's going to be the opposite. And if if a young white man goes past, then the next person that will go past on the other side will be a young black man. You can apply the technique to either way. And once you get good at predicting this, you can actually predict the outcomes in the Matrix. What I notice is that once you get really good at it, you can actually control what you see, what comes around you. Say like I've mastered this technique to the point where I can make whatever car I want to go past, whatever colour car I want to go past, to any type of car that I want to go past. Say like I want a bus to come. Say like I want a bus to come. I think of a really small vehicle, like a bike, one of the smallest vehicles that come on the road, like a bicycle, to go past. I think of a bus. Say like I think of a bus. That you got to think of the bus first. So when you think of the bus, the bike will go past. It will force the bike to go past. And because the bike goes past, the bus has to come eventually. So it will come after the bike, the bus will come. And this is ways that you can manifest and force the matrix into producing stuff for you. You can apply this for money, all sorts of things you can apply this to. What I just taught you now is way above any of the stuff that I've taught in this video. And it's actually 100% true. So yeah, so I'm going to recap quickly. And I'm going to recap quickly. Proof that we live in a matrix is that you can see it, the matrix is all around you. It's in opposites. Looking at opposites and formations and patterns is how you can prove that we live in a matrix. Look for a red car to go past, then eventually a blue car will go past. If you say it out loud, the matrix knows that you're expecting it and it tries to trick you. So it will send all different colour cars to go past after the white car's gone past, to try and fool you. But eventually it has to follow the law of its matrix, and it will send the black vehicle past eventually. If you think it quietly, after this white car, black car is going to go past, you'll notice the black car will go past. And you can apply that to any different colours and opposites of vehicles and stuff, and use it to manifest stuff around you. So I hope you heard everything I just said just then. You should try it out yourself right now. Don't waste no time. And then tell me that I don't know nothing after that. What I just said to you is so massive that there's no one that you know on YouTube that has that kind of knowledge or spoken about that kind of knowledge. There's people on YouTube with that kind of knowledge, but there's no one spoken about that kind of knowledge. So I'm fully waking you up in this video, and a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is deep. So yeah, try that. That is proof that we live in the matrix. Now the next one I want to get into is how to attack back demons. A lot of us are under demonic attack and getting attacked by demons in some form or another. And we're under some of us are under severe attack by demons. Some of us are under light attacks. I don't want to talk about the ways that they attack us. I just want to acknowledge that we're under attack and how to, some small techniques of how to fight back. So the first way I want to teach you how to attack back at demons when you're under demonic attack is using garlic. You can either drink it, you can either cut some up and throw it around the room, or you can put it into a spray bottle and spray it around, or you can eat it. If you do all of them things at once, you're guaranteed to have some strong protection. So yeah, use garlic. I recommend that you use garlic. Plus it's very good for you as well. It's very healthy for you, using garlic, consuming garlic. But it's got to be organic garlic. So yeah, using garlic is one way that you can fight back. The next way that I like to say is salt. Cooking salt has got to be pure cooking salt. Now cooking salt, you apply it like this. You can either just throw it towards where the direction that you think that the demon is in, or you can use it as a barrier to barricade and seal off entrances and use it as a protection for yourself. And how that works is that you so like you got entrance to a door. You put salt in a line across the entrance to the door, under the entrance, across. That will stop vampires and certain demons from being able to come into that area. There are other ways that they can come in, so you have to seal off the other ways as well. But that's just general, just to teach you. So you can use salt to either block in demons, trap demons, or keep them out using a line. or throwing it on people on towards them. So salt is one way that you can protect yourself. The next way is mantras. So a lot of you are familiar with mantras, some of you are not. Mantras are very powerful speeches of wordplay that carry high power within the words that are chanted. Now, if you're not sure if you don't know any mantras, you can go onto YouTube and look up mantras that can protect you. I recommend you use mantras. They are very powerful and they will physically attack these demons and spirits. They will physically attack them. If you have certain hearing, you'll be able to hear them complaining, crying and whining and moaning when they're getting attacked. And they attack continuously. They don't ever get tired. So mantras is one way. The next way I like to say is prayer videos. Prayers. Download some prayer videos or make a playlist of prayer videos, or even make your own ones. If you make your own ones, make sure you plead the blood of Jesus over the demons and bind them continuously. And that's one way that you can combat them. The next way that you can combat them is frequency. Playing frequency sounds, high frequency sounds, heavily frequency sounds. They can't take it, it makes them go crazy. Sometimes it even exposes them to where they are, their location, and you can see them. So frequency is one way that they can't take it. They can't take the energy because they're all about frequency themselves. They vibrate on a low frequency, some of them are very extremely low. Some of them vibrate high, but it's rare. But they do that to they try to change the frequency so that they can then attack you. If you keep your frequency high and keep high frequency vibes, it wards them off. So you can do that by playing some music, some love music, some R&B, something that's not negative music, you know what I mean, or sound that's not negative. Also, the last one I like to give you what you can use is something that's been used for many years. And trust me, you may or may not have faith in it, but it's going to work no matter what happens. And that is a crucifix. Some people may use a wooden crucifix. However, the wooden crucifix has less power than the silver crucifix. So if you're going to use a crucifix, I recommend that you use a silver one. Just for more power effect, because silver crucifixes generally have more power in them. Try and get a silver crucifix if you can. If you can't, just work with whatever you can. So use a crucifix and put it towards the demon in the area that you're trying to apply it on, and it will ward the demon away. In some ways it will even hurt them. If it touches them, it will burn them. So yeah, using a crucifix is one way. So I'm just going to recap quickly over all of the ones that I said. There's family imposters, people playing the role of family members and friends. Be careful of that. Some people are not who they claim to be. Demon spy birds just hanging around, watching you, monitoring you. Some of them are demons, some of them are shapeshifters. They're not real birds, they're just there to spy on you. Proof of the matrix. Look for the opposite in colours, in car vehicles, to prove that there's a matrix. Look for a black car that goes past, and then you notice that the next vehicle has to be a white one. It has to follow some sort of code. How to attack back at demons? Well, you've got to use garlic, salt, mantras, prayers, frequency, and crucifix. Those are good techniques of how to fight back. And yeah, so I was glad to speak about these subjects. I know I didn't speak too long on each one of them, but it's just a little short video just to give you some advice and assistance with some areas that may be affecting you or that may be on your mind. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this video that I made, please give a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, Ahmenu Sage. And the name of the channel you're listening to is 144 Nubian Kingz. That's Nubian Kingz 144. I'm your host, the intellectual Ahmenu Sage. Until another time, goodbye, good night, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. And I'll see you another time. Farewell. Hello, buenos dias, buenas noches, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hola, hello, hey, hi, I'm into the intellectual host, Ahmenu said you're now listening to Nubian Kingz 144 channel. And beyond, and the earthly plane is used, and the different things affecting vibrations and frequencies, solar projection, all that stuff, and above. The astral world is just discussing the channel. And today I would like to discuss synthetics, the subject of synthetics, how they affect us, and how harmful they are actually to us. And now you're going to be surprised when I talk about some of the things I'm going to mention, because when you hear some of the things that are synthetic and that are not real, you're going to be surprised that those things are actually synthetic. Now first of all, let's start with the core basics. What is synthetic? What does synthetic mean? Synthetic means something that is not real, a substitute, artificial, something that is made of something, made to look, something that's made to look like something else, or is it actually not the real version of that thing that's made to look like? Basically it's artificial, not real. So what's the meaning of synthetic? Now I want to describe to you, and I want to discuss with you some of the materials that are out there in the world for you to buy and listen to that are actually synthetic materials. They're not real materials, and ultimately designed to destroy you. Some of them will be difficult to break away from because of our own ways of life and the way we live our lives and what we're used to and what we're not used to. But there are ways to combat some of those things that are synthetic that are hard to break away from, and I will tell you how you can move away from those sort of synthetic things. But yeah, so I'd first like to start off with the first synthetic. What I like to talk about is cannabis. Now, a lot of us smoke cannabis. I used to smoke cannabis for many years. I smoked cannabis, had my fun with it, and currently now I don't smoke cannabis anymore because I came to the realization that it does more harm than it does good. And in small doses occasionally, once in a blue moon, consume it or drink it, it's not so bad. It's something you want to move away from if you're looking to better yourself. And if you do use it, continue to use it in a medicinal way. That doesn't mean every day or one after the other. But yeah, cannabis. So a lot of the weeds that we're smoking at the moment, skunk, pro, herb, green, veg, whatever you call it, is actually synthetic. There are some original forms, rare, when I say rare, I mean very rare, you get an original form of cannabis. A lot of you and tastes like weed, but affect you in a different way. They destroy all the dopamine in your brain, destroy the blood cells in your mind. That's what gives you the high ultimately. And they are very harmful to you. They will kill you eventually. You start to get pain in your body. If you carry on using it, your teeth will fall out, your hair will start bad bald. So those are the effects of synthetic weed. And a lot of the dealers that you go to, including some of these stores as well, I'm pretty sure some of the stores are selling spice, the synthetic weeds, but a lot of these dealers and stores you go to buy your weed from, they'll sell you, some of them will sell you, well mainly dealers do this, will sell you, try and give you an original form of the weed to start off with, and then you'll find that later on down the line, they swap it for the alternative, cheaper version of spice, and they'll give you spice until you pass away. So look out for that one, guys. And just know that a lot of the weeds you're smoking is stinks. Most of the weed that you smoke is actually spice and pleasant weed. It's not actual weed. Some of it has designed so that it has no smell, but you can taste it and you can feel the high. Some of it is designed so it has a smell and it has a taste. A lot of the weeds you smoke, Star Dog, all these mad little names of weed that never existed before, they're all spice plants, and they will kill you if you continue to use it. So my advice is to give up the weed, it's just best to give up, because if you can't get the real thing, don't settle for nothing fake. Fake synthetic weed, spice, just gets being sold by dealers across the planet at the moment, will kill you if you carry on using it. That's all I can say about it. I'm going to keep it simple, short and sweet. You can either listen to what I'm saying or take on board what I'm saying, or ignore my warnings and pay the cost. And you will pay the cost if you don't listen. Moving on to the next synthetic I like to talk about is tobacco. A lot of the shops that selling tobaccos, which actually have brands, different separate brands, but those brands, behind those brands are one organisation, the government, which now controls all the tobacco companies, all the tobacco products across the globe, and sell them in the stores. And if you notice something about your tobacco, I don't know if you've noticed this, but does your tobacco have a smell of tobacco? Does it even taste like tobacco? Think carefully if you remember tobacco being this addictive. Usually you can smoke one roller after the other, but all the smoking is increased lately. That's because whatever the tobacco you're smoking is not actually real tobacco, it's synthetic tobacco, designed to look like tobacco. Cut very thinly, if you notice it's stringy, almost like a string. It doesn't have the same texture of tobacco. Some of them may even put a few bits of bark in it for you. If you look closely, it's not real tobacco that you're smoking, it's synthetic tobacco. And it will harm you in different ways. It's highly addictive. The reason it's highly addictive is because you don't get the proper nicotine here. You get a slight nicotine here, which is sprayed with actual nicotine. The fake tobacco is sprayed with nicotine, so you get a slight nicotine here. It's not enough to quench your nicotine first, and you're just left craving for more. So yeah, a lot of the tobacco you're smoking in the stores is fake tobacco, and a lot of the tobacco that you buy from, especially the ones you buy from friends and stuff, or from certain other black market retailers, is fake tobacco. I reckon that tobacco was removed from the stores. Real tobacco they stopped selling about 7 years ago. tobaccos have been replaced with synthetic tobacco, which is why you're smoking more and more than what you used to smoke. You're not getting satisfied from the tobacco or the cigarettes. And you'll find that some of the tobaccos will have heroin in it or cocaine in it, the cigarettes, and will get you addicted to them they're highly addictive. And you will find that you're craving for them, you get shakes, you become irritable, worse than you would have became if you didn't have a smoke when you was younger and you would smoke. Because it's not just because of your age the addiction is increased, it's not just because you've got to do it properly. Your smoking habits have increased, the smoke is not satisfying you no more. And that's because it's synthetic tobacco. It's not real tobacco, it's artificial tobacco, designed to look like tobacco. And smoking this tobacco is very hard. It's very harmful. I am currently, I gave up cannabis, like I told you, I'm currently trying to give up smoking tobacco. So I'm in the process of trying to quit. I'm not doing so great some days, and other days I'm doing okay. But I'm getting closer to reaching my goal of actually being a non-smoker. So maybe that's the path you should be thinking of heading down. If you do actually smoke, is trying to quit smoking. You will generally have more money in your pocket if you do quit. So it is a good thing to try and quit smoking, and it's something that you should definitely pursue if you wish to be more healthier and live generally a longer, better, fuller life. So yeah, think about that. Yeah, synthetic, fake tobacco, and all these tobaccos and these weeds, they harm you in different ways. Like the weed, the synthetic weed, will start giving you pains in your body. You feel like something's touching you every minute. You might even get chest pains and stuff like that, and headaches. Your teeth maybe start wobbling or start turning a funny colour, like they're starting to rot. They look like they're starting to rot or they're getting loose. Or you notice you're starting to go bald. It's because the tobacco and the weed is synthetic. It's making you go bald and making you lose your teeth and weakening your bones. Now, the next synthetic thing I like to move on to is the food. A lot of foods that we eat are artificial foods. They're not real or original meats or textures that or ingredients. They're actually artificial ingredients designed to look like food, designed to taste like food. They're not actually real food. And that's why you may find that when you buy things in the stores like beef burgers or macaroni cheese or certain things that you buy from the shops, you notice that the flavour of the food in the shops, like the food stores, it's got no flavour to it. You never wonder why you can barely taste the flavour. Because it's not real, it's not genuine food. That's why you can't taste the flavour. That's why you always put so much sauce on your food to give it flavour and seasoning. Real good food, natural food doesn't need that much seasoning. It's full of flavour. The reason why you put all them seasoning and flavours in your food and it tastes so bland is not just because of the fact that you may be a smoker. It's because of the fact that food is artificial. It is synthetic food. And it will destroy you ultimately in the long run and cause a lot of sickness in your body. Those sicknesses, I can't give you the details of them because I'm not familiar with them yet. I'm still experiencing some of the stuff myself, but some of the things I can tell you it will do to you. It will weaken your blood, your skin will start to go a funny colour. You may start to get darkness around your eyes, like a dark colour around your eyes forming, and again your teeth and your hair, your bones, and just your general health, and feeling tired all the time, and sleepy all the time, and waking up and just feeling unenergetic. It will start to generally take a drain on your health. So yeah, the foods, a lot of the foods are synthetic. However, there are some original foods that you can get in the stores. You definitely really Smell the food, see the smell of the food. It's what you'll find is some of the foods, when you smell them, they don't have a smell to them. They have no smell to them. Those are the generally big hint that food is synthetic, because there's no smell to it. A strong smell to the food. You know what I mean? When you're cooking it. I mean, not when you're cooking it. When you're cooking it, it's going to have a smell. I mean, before you cook it, you should have a smell to the food. You should be able to smell the food before you cook it. Have a certain scent. That's like it good. An example of that is probably genuine, or to some extent it's got genuine ingredients in it. So yeah, the foods are synthetic. Now, last but not least, I like to move on to the music. Now you may be thinking, how can the music be synthetic? How can music be synthetic? How can music be fake? Well, I'm about to explain this to you. I want you to listen very carefully to this explanation of how music can be fake and very harmful for your body. Now, imagine you have a beaker, a glass of water in a beaker, and you have a sound system beside the beaker, glass of water, and you play hateful, aggressive, computerized music. And even in some certain instruments like guitar and stuff like that. That's the one instrument I say that carries a synthetic tone to it. That's unlocked other gateways and stuff. I'll get into that in another video. Yeah, computerized music. You play like certain music, like aggressive, violent, computerized music inside a beaker of water. It breaks the water apart. If you look at the water through a microscope, the water breaks apart, becomes weaker. It weakens the water and breaks it actually apart. If you play like love music and relaxing, chilled out music inside the water, it makes it go together. It makes it compact. The water starts to move together. It goes compact, basically strengthening the water. Now imagine that's your blood, and you play certain negative music, computerized music. That's going to break your blood apart, making it weaker, therefore making you weaker. Play the love music, your blood will start to, and relaxation music, your blood will start to go more compact, go together, just like in a beaker. If you don't believe me, try this out at home. With a beaker, a little plate, or put some water on the table, put some music right beside the water, and see what happens to the water slowly. Experiment. See if I'm lying. Now, that's one thing I wanted to explain to you. The main thing I wanted to explain to you about the music being synthetic, the synthetic explanation, that was just another separate detailed explanation I wanted to give you. Just a little insight into that. The reason why the music is synthetic at the moment is a lot of the music is being made by computer. It's not real instruments, like a saxophone, trumpet, drums. Yeah, it's the sound of real instruments, it's not actually real instruments. See, real instruments, they carry a sound which carries a tone, and the tone carries a frequency, and the frequency carries a vibration. So real instruments have a high frequency and vibrational tone to the instrument, to the music that's coming from it, which lifts your spirit, which gives you energy, which gives you the power to energy to do stuff, which inspires you, which lifts your spirit, which generally heals you, makes you feel better about yourself, and actually makes you leave you feeling good. Real instruments will do that to you. Now you see these computerized music that you make on a computer, these artificial tones, they carry a low frequency vibration because they're not real instruments, they have no tone to them. they have no tone, therefore they have no frequency, therefore they have no vibration. Well, they do have a tone, but the tone is very low. And the vibration, the frequency is very low, so the vibration is very low. It's not an actual real instrument that carries tone, frequency, and vibration through the air into your bodies and connects with your aura and lifts your spirit. That's why you may find that when you listen to computerized music, you may start getting a negative feeling. You listen to a lot of these rap tunes, these rock and roll tunes, these drill songs, these trap songs. You listen to a lot of this music. A lot of that music is computerized music, so instead of putting a vibration frequency that is very low. Now, what happens when your vibration starts to low? From listening to that low frequency vibrational music from the computerized music, you start getting a low vibration. Eventually, other outside forces outside of your body and within your body will begin to attack. When I say outside forces, it could be demonic forces. The frequency so low, they'll just control you and attack your body. And you start seeing more monsters and demons about. You're vibrating at a low frequency to see those things. Also, within your own body itself, you may develop sicknesses, illnesses, or get the flu, or develop viruses or things within the body because you're vibrating at a low frequency. So this is just how important it is to listen to music, original music with instruments once in a while, whether it be a bit of jazz, a bit of classical music, a bit of flute music, bamboo flute, trumpet, piano. Try to listen to more music with that, with real actual instruments in it. Because it's going to carry a higher tone, a higher frequency, and a higher vibration. It's going to heal you and lift your spirits more. So that is how the music is synthetic. A lot of the music we listen to is synthetic at the moment because it carries a low frequency vibration. Because it's computerized music. So listen to real instrument music. And you should start feeling better in yourself. So yeah, those are the subjects I wanted to discuss. I hope you found this video very interesting. I'm your host, the intellectual Ahmenu Sage. You're listening to the Nubian Kingz 144 channel. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video if you enjoyed it with everyone that you know. Thank you, good night, au revoir, adios. Goodbye, good evening, good night. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm your host, intellectual Nubian Kingz, also known as Ahmenu Sage, also known as Samson. Now, before I begin this discussion, I just want to say that a lot of you know that I changed the name from the Ahmenu Sage Show to Nubian Kingz, and that was because it was a more spiritual, ethnic feel to the channel, because it is black knowledge and wisdom that I'm discussing. Ancient black knowledge and wisdom I'm discussing on topics. So it's only right that I give it the appropriate name on the channel. So yeah, the channel is Nubian Kingz 144. But yeah, now I wanted to talk about colours and the power and effects of colours when you wear them. And even probably just having them around. So, first of all, I'd like to say that before I start getting into the discussion about colours, that I've told you guys before that I have a special gift. I can communicate with jinn and demons within hell and the dead in the afterlife. I can speak to them. I can hear them. Sometimes I can even see them. Now, that said, I like to talk about why green, colour green, is the most powerful colour. Green and black. Why green, green and black they have the same meaning. They both mean different and hard and strong. But green is the more powerful one. Black is very powerful colour to wear. It doesn't mean you're hard to beat, but green means that you are very hard to beat. So what I've learned is that every time I used to wear red, I used to get so much trouble. And I used to think, why are people challenging me so much? Why am I getting into all these problems? People are just confronting me, trying to cheat me, and trying to do things to belittle me and boy me, whatever. And I wear red. And for years I couldn't think why. And I remember that most of the times I get into some sort of altercation, or some people came after me, or some sort of beef. It was when I was wearing a red colour. Red bottoms, a red jacket, red hat, red t-shirt, red jumper. So I started to look into it. And I did a bit of research. And I went on to primary colours and secondary colours. Different things and different spectrums, learning about spectrums and stuff like that, and ancient spectrum colours, and the effects of certain colours to your mood and stuff. And then I came across this audio book called Ancient Spectrums, and it had a lot of information with me that fitted a lot of the puzzles of some of the stuff that I was wondering when it came to colours. Now, please listen to the end here. I know you may be thinking, oh, what's this brother talking about? He's been talking some boring talk. If you go for this discussion, you're going to miss out on a bit of information that is life and death changing, that will empower you, will physically make you more powerful, and ward off any evil that's around you. And it's a powerful piece of knowledge that I have to share with you. Some of you may know this already, what I'm about to say, so you know what I'm about to say, and you're anticipating what I'm going to say. Yeah, so let me get back to the point. I noticed that when I wear red, there was always some sort of problem. Now, I remember getting into an argument with this demon. I had this fight, this beef with this demon family a long time ago. I remember one time I was wearing red and I bumped into him and he said to me, red means you're dead. And I couldn't understand what he meant, red means you're dead, and I noticed I was wearing red. And he goes, red means you're dead. And for ages I contemplated, I meditated on what he said. When I had that meeting with him, I meditated on what he said, and I couldn't think what he meant by that. I was confused. And then years later, I bumped into another enemy, and they said, "You look good in red." I was thinking, why would he compliment me as my enemy, saying that I look good in red? Then I noticed that I used to watch certain films, and I noticed that certain people were that when he was dying and getting killed in the film, he was wearing red. A lot of them was wearing red, some sort of red on them, or there'd be some sort of red in the picture when someone would die. And then I crept on that, what is the colour for danger? Red. What is danger mean? It means that there's a chance you could get injured or killed. red is connected to the colour red was used for danger signs and possible death signs. And then I connected the two together. I thought, wow, if you're wearing red, that means you're walking danger. You're embracing the danger. You're attracting danger. And that's when I realised that when you wear red, there are forces out there that don't need to be mentioned. You know who they are or what they are. Evil forces out there. But when you wear red, clothing, be it a hat or a jumper or a top or shorts or whatever, they believe they can destroy you. And they will attempt, some of them will even make attempts to try and destroy you and kill you, just simply because of the fact that you're wearing red. So if I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet. I'm just gonna get to each point. I'm not gonna repeat each point. You just heard what I said clearly. If you can, my people, try not to wear the colour red. Get rid of all your red clothes. And it's the same with blue as well. Red or blue, those are warning colours. Just like green and black are the same. I'm going to get to the green and black in a minute. I'll save that till last one. Red and blue, those are warning colours. That means that they can defeat you. Why do you think the government got people, black people, to wear red and blue for their gang signs? Split them into red or blue. So they've got them all wearing red or blue. That was so that they could destroy them. They did that so they could destroy them. If they got them all wearing red or blue, all wearing the colours of death. What does blue stand for? Blue. Does a body not go blue when it dies? Does your lips not go blue when you drown? Can anything living that breathes air survive in blue? It can't. Survive in water, blue water. You can't survive in blue. Blue is the same as red. That's why the government has got all these Crips and Bloods wearing red. So they're easy to defeat. They're already wearing defeat on they're already wearing defeat. So they're gonna they've already embraced defeat in some form of a manner, so to speak. So they're easy to destroy. So get rid of your blue and get rid of your, not so much blue. Blue is a bit of a weaker form. Sometimes you can wear blue, but I wouldn't wear too much blue. But red, 100%, get rid of your red clothing. Just dash that in the bin and look out for the people that try to offer you red clothing. That try to bring you some sort of red clothing or something. Because those are the people that, some of them people could be agents trying to get you to trying to destroy you. Because they know that for when you wake up in the morning and you put that red top on, certain forces can say to themselves, he's put on red today, we can destroy him today. So that's your red clothes away. That's what red means when you wear red. Now get into the green. Green is the opposite of red. And some people say it means God, has many forms and meanings. But look at that as well. What does red mean at traffic light? Stop. What does stop mean? It means it's not moving. It's like when you wear red, you stop. You're just dead. You're not moving. It's green. Go. You can move. You can go fast. You can maneuver. Go forward. You're not stopping, you're active. Green is a sign of power. That's why they use the colour green for the bow. Traffic lights, not just because it's the same letter. Now, let me tell you about the word green. I once was in my house and I noticed that I could hear talking again around me and I couldn't see anyone. So I listened what I could hear, and I could hear the demons or ghosts or whatever, the jinn talking that they usually do. And I overheard them saying, shit, he's putting on green again today. And then one of them said, what does that mean? And the force, the demons that was lacking a bit of knowledge, must have said to the other one, what does that mean? It means that he's hard to beat. We're not going to be able to beat him, he's hard to beat. And I actually heard them saying, phone the others and tell them that he's going to be hard to beat today. He's wearing green. So what does that tell you? But yeah, so I then thought, let me look into this as well. And when I looked into the colours and the spectrum and stuff, I actually learned that green is a sign of willpower. It's a sign of it has a lot of power elements to it, sides to it. Willpower would be connected to positivity, to growth. You can have nature, connected to nature. So kind of connects to a lot of forces and life forces. Green is the life force color. And also with strength. And I realised that when I heard the demon saying that when you wear green, it's going to be hard to beat. Strong. I noticed that on the days when I used to wear green, none of the demons were bothering me, none of the vampires. The vampires were still bothering me, but it was a bit less. I noticed that when I wore green, especially in the community, when I'm out walking about and wearing green, I noticed that people would look at me, but they wouldn't stare for too long. Certain people, they would look and then look away. Some people was even moving out the way for me. No one tried to get into any altercations with me. I didn't have any problems on the day when I was wearing green. And after hearing the demon say, when you wear green, it means that you're powerful, it means that you're hard to beat. I started to buy more green clothing. And I noticed that when I started wearing green a bit more, I started to feel like a bit more power coming back to me, a bit more strength coming back to me. Because what is the one colour that's in your home that has the least amount of colour that you see in your home? You see a lot of reds, you see a lot of blues in your home, you see a lot of whites, which is the colour for hero. It's the hero's colour. You see a lot of blacks. You may see a lot of yellow, a little bit of yellows, not too much. But green, look around your home and tell me if you see a lot of green colours. Mainly blues, whites and reds, isn't it? Why is it that in the home there's hardly any green? Because green is a colour of positivity and life force. They don't want you to be surrounded by loads of green colours because of the energy that it attracts. So try and get more green into your home, plants and stuff like that, and other things into your home. More green colours into your home. Bring that positive life force energy around you. But yeah, green means that you're hard to beat. So wear more green. If you're going to ride out on someone, wear green. Feeling a bit weak, wear green. Feeling strong, wear green. Wear more green. Get rid of these red colours. Don't wear no red no more, man, my people. Don't wear no red. Red means they can defeat you. They can destroy you. They will attempt if you're wearing red. They will attempt. Trust me. They will attempt. And look out for other people wearing red as well. Because some people can wear red and it has a different meaning for them when they wear it. It means that they're an agent or they're a negative force in your life. Look out for the people that are wearing red. When yourself wears it, it has a meaning that you can be defeated. But some people, when they wear red, it means that they've come to defeat you. It means that it's a sign of danger. It means to be cautious of that person. But you have to determine which is which, because some people will wear it simply because they like the colour, but they don't know that it means that they can be destroyed. You have to determine whether they're wearing it because they like the colour and they don't know that it means that they could be destroyed wearing it, or whether they're wearing it because they're out to get you. Either way, the colour red when wearing it, it's not a good sign. Look out for it on yourself and look out for it on other people around you. Don't wear red. Get rid of your red clothing. That's the way with my red clothing. Long time ago. That's the way, long time ago. So, yeah, red means you're dead. Green means you're mean. Green means you're hard to beat. And black has a similar effect. And red and blue are not good colours. Red especially, meaning that they can destroy you when you're wearing red, and they will attempt to destroy you while you're wearing red. Get rid of your reds. So, I mean, if you look in Star Wars, the film Star Wars, what did they try to show you in Star Wars? Who was the strongest Jedi in Star Wars? Who was the most powerful Jedi in Star Wars? Who was the most powerful Jedi in Star Wars? Or let's look at it this way. Who was the two most powerful Star Wars? Who was the two most powerful Jedis in Star Wars? Without a question of a doubt, it was Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, and Yoda. They were the most powerful Jedis in Star Wars. I don't care what you fucking got to say. If you saying that Darth Vader and Yoda were the most powerful Jedi and Siths, I don't know what fucking Star Wars you've been watching. You've been watching the fake Star Wars. Open up your fucking eyes when you're watching Star Wars and watch it properly, man, and listen to what they say. Vader and Yoda were the most powerful Jedi and Siths in Star Wars. If Yoda was the most powerful Jedi, what colour was Yoda's lightsaber? What colour was Yoda? He was green. What colour was Vader? He was black. They put them two colours on two separate sides to disconnect them, but them colours are connected. They're one. The truth. But they don't want you to know that. The two most powerful Jedis wore green and black. Why do you think it was those colours? Because black signifies strength, and green signifies hard to beat. Time to wise up, my people, man. Time to wise up, my people. Here waking up the nation. You know what I mean? I feel it's my duty to start making some videos. I want to start making more videos now. You know what I mean? Start waking people up. So remember, green means you're hard to beat when you wear it. Red means that you can be beaten. There's a possibility you can be beaten. White means that you're playing a hero. Black means you're strong. You're expert at combat. When you wear black and green together, those are the unbeatable colours. Black and green. Those are the unbeatable colours, black and green. And you know what? Love something I connected. See, like they connected black people to Superman. Black people to Superman. What does Superman used to wear? Red and blue. I don't reckon that Superman, when he came to the planet, if that represents our people, wore red and blue. Everything's back to front. If anything, he wore black and green. Which would make a lot more sense. Wore black and green. But yeah, it's a little stuff for you to think about today. Hope you listened to everything that I said. You took it on board. Chuck those red clothing away in the bin right now, ASAP. This is real, authentic, supreme knowledge that I'm giving to you. This is not no fake knowledge or no fairy belief, make-believe, mental health bullshit. This is real knowledge I'm giving to you. Apply the knowledge that I give to you to your life. And just notice the difference. Start noticing how people treat you, how your day is when you're wearing certain colours. Wear more green and black, my people. Alright, peace. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, share this video if you liked it. I'm not going to be adding my face, there's not going to be no videos of my face, so if you're upset because you couldn't see me, you don't have to be upset. I'm not exposing myself to get arrested or people that are hating because I'm sharing supreme knowledge of people on my case trying to find me. But yeah, like and subscribe to my channel and share the video and tell everyone about what I said. Let's try and get the subscribers up to 1,000 by the end of next year, March. Alright, peace my people. Hello ladies and gentlemen. You are now watching and listening to the Ahmenu Show podcast show. This is episode 3. In today's episode, I'd like to talk about techniques to defeat your inner demons and demons around you, and just generally negative people that are out there to try and destroy you and bring you down and conquer you. These are techniques and these are methods that they use to assault you in every way possible, and ways that you can conquer them and beat them. So first of all, we're going to start off with we're talking about hate. Hate is a thing, but hate is a subject that a lot of people use, a lot of technique that a lot of these oppositions use to cause trouble in your life and to attack you spiritually and physically, and to build associates to join their cause through hatred. But hate can also be used as a spiritual weapon, and I'll explain to you how hatred can be used as a spiritual weapon. Have you ever felt chest pains in your chest? That you've been walking down the street, or you've been in your flat, or you've been on the bus and suddenly you've got chest pains. You know what those chest pains are, my friend? That is a demon or an evil person or a dark natured person focusing their hatred, the power of their hatred, which turns into electrical current that goes into your body and causes you pain. It usually forms in the chest, pain that you feel. I repeat, when you feel pain in your chest, that is somebody could be an unseen force putting hatred into your body, focusing their hatred into your body, causing you pain, physical pain, chest pains. Now I would like to talk about ways how you can fight back certain people and forces that are attacking you. And basically, you all know that the opposite of hate is love. And you may think, how can I destroy the electrical current that they're putting into my chest to give me chest pains with love? Love is powerful. Love can kill demons. Love can kill these evil people. If they fall in love, they get weaker, they die eventually from it. And they turn back into hatred, which they will always try to do once they feel love for someone. Now, basically to beat them, you show them, these are the 3 tools that I use to defend myself. And the first one is positivity. Positivity weakens the enemy. Positivity weakens the enemy. So if you're more positive, you play positive music, you say positive stuff, So the negative forces out there, evil forces that are out to cause you pain, give you chest pains, ruin your life. So get rid of them from your space. Be more positive. Play positive music. And you can always tell a negative person, because when you're playing that positive music, that R&B, they'll be the first ones to say, "Oh, change the music. I'm not really feeling this. Can you play something else?" They'll always tell you to stop. They'll try to do anything they can to stop you doing the positive thing that you're doing. I.e., could be music you're listening to, positive R&B music, and they'll tell you to turn it off if they're not really feeling it. That's because them people are negative. There's a high chance they're evil or they're demon, man. Lock them people off. The second thing, after positivity, which weakens the opponent, is kindness. Kindness is a weapon as well that can be used. And you have to use them in the order that I said. The first one, positivity, weakens the opponent. The second thing that you use in the process of destroying your opponent is kindness. You be kind to them. Kill them with kindness. Be kind to them. Give them something that shows that you care about them. Show them care. Care and kindness go hand in hand. Be kind to that person that is trying to destroy you. That's why God teaches us to love our enemies. I think God says love your enemies. And sing. He talks about sing. Because singing is positive. They can't take positivity. It weakens them. And why I think it says to love our enemies, because love kills them as well, but I'll get to that. Now, kill them with kindness. Be kind to them. Kindness, actually, I'll tell you what kindness does. The first one, positivity, weakens them. Kindness hurts them. It hurts them. First you weaken them with positivity, then you show them kindness to hurt them. And that's two techniques you use on them. The final technique you use on them, the third one, and I'm sure you know which one this is, God just said it. What is it? It's love. You show them love. You focus your love onto them. You think of a thought that makes your heart pump. Something that you love with all your heart. You truly love. And you focus that thought onto the demon or the person that is attacking you or sending the chest pains to you. You focus your love into them and on them. And you basically love that person that is your enemy. You love them. You send your love onto them. And that will cause them great pain. It will even kill them eventually if you focus it for long enough and strong enough, depending on how powerful the love is or thought that you're having. As you're thinking of the person that you're trying to hurt with your love, it will kill them eventually. So love kills. So you got all three techniques. Yeah. You got all three techniques there. You've got some positivity, which weakens the enemy. Kindness, which hurts the enemy. And love, which kills the enemy. Use these three techniques in order to battle your opponents. Always be positive, always be kind, always show love. And try to master your own thoughts and realize that not all of your thoughts are coming from you. And conquer your fears. Don't fear anything. Don't be afraid of death. Don't be afraid of the devil after death. Don't be afraid of anything. Conquer your fears. Because this is how the devil gets you. He tries to assimilate you through your fears. But yeah, so remember, they will try to put hate on you, and that hate will turn into chest. It could be a chest pain in your chest, causing you pain, some sort of pain. And they use other techniques other than hate. I'm not going to get into those today. I'm getting into the main one that affects, that you feel pain for, which is hate. Because hate, a lot of them use hate as their main weapon, which is like an electrical energy, which they use to attack their opponents spiritually. So to conquer the hate, you need to use love. When they're putting their electrical current of hate onto you, you put your fire feeling of love onto them. Fire versus electricity. And what you do is, if you use this technique on them, on your opponents, positivity, kindness, then love.
And this is how you can tell someone's negative if they're a demon, because when you accuse them or something, they will always go crazy. If you've got someone and you accuse them or something, or you stood up to them and they just went berserk, there's a high chance that person is a demon. And if you play positive stuff, do positive stuff, or speak about positive things, or you play positive music and that person says, I don't like this, please change the music, that person's a demon or they're negative. So I'm going to recap one last time. Positivity weakens them. Kindness hurts them. Love kills them. Master these techniques. These are really the tools that you will use to defeat your opponents. It's a little short video there, you get me? Just telling you the basics and that. You know what I mean? And be wary, my people, at the moment, because we are at war. We do have certain situations happening out there, and there's a lot of people being murdered and killed at the moment. So I know they're not televising it and that, but just be on your toes, you know what I mean? And just because someone has a recognizable face, or a face that you see all the time, they may not be the person that they claim to be. That's all I'm going to say. So the piece of the puzzle are there for you to work out yourself. You know what I mean? But yeah, stay blessed, stay healthy, stay righteous, take heed to the word that I told you, master the techniques that I told you, and you'll be on the pathway to something great. This is your host speaking, Ahmenu Sage, signing out. It's a little short episode for you, podcast number 3. I'll see you another time. Bye, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Ahmenu Sage Show. Me, myself, Ahmenu Sage. To cut a long story short, we're going to get straight into the video. And what I'd like to do, I'd like to just to let you know about the subjects that I'm going to be discussing today. The topic, which is basically invisibility, the word invisibility, and the terms surrounding the word invisibility to do with the situation of our people at the moment. Now, there's a lot of people that are being tormented out there, feeling weak and tired, feeling like the energy's going, and just feeling drained a lot, you know what I mean? I'm wondering why when they go to sleep, they wake up and they still feel tired when they wake up. So we're going to be discussing that subject basically, innit? So first of all, I'd like to say a bit about my background. I'm someone that has studied the occult deeply and thoroughly, from anything to do with conjurations, to do with alchemy, to do with summoning and demonology, and all types of religion I've studied, and ancient history and stuff like that. So upon my studies, I've come across something which is known to a lot of us, known as jinn. And to terms, there's not really a lot of knowledge videos on what just jinn is actually out there. We know there's an invisible threat of some sort, but it goes deeper than that. Now, a lot of us are under attack at the moment. Some of us it's just beginning. Some of us is in the early stages, so they haven't noticed the invisible threat that is around them at the moment. But as life progresses and they destroy more of their enemies, they'll move on to you eventually, and you will start to experience some of the stuff that I've been experiencing and others amongst me. So basically, a lot of you I know have been going to bed and waking up tired, and you've been wondering why it is you're feeling tired all the time, why you're feeling drained, that you've got no energy, and just really exhausted. And some of you may have been thinking, probably thinking, well, maybe I've got COVID, maybe I've got Corona, maybe I caught the flu, maybe it's the weed that I'm smoking, maybe it's the alcohol, maybe it is partly them sort of things, which I'll have to do another video on COVID, which is partly connected to this video in some ways. But if you've been wondering what's been making you feeling tired lately, I don't know if you're aware of one of the oldest forms of evil that's out there, which is known as vampires. Another form of demons. And some of your problems, I'm not saying 99% of you, I'm not saying 90% of you, I'm saying the majority of you, the problems that you're experiencing with your tiredness is to do with demons, serpent demons that are draining your blood when you sleep. Let me repeat that again. Serpent demons that are draining your blood while you sleep. And sometimes it's not just when you sleep, it could be during the day, it could be all times, but they prefer night because that's when their power is most strong, at its strongest, you know what I mean, after 12 o'clock. So a lot of them start to prepare to drink your blood at that time. And obviously 3 o'clock being in the morning, being the time when they're at the most powerful, and the full moon and the blood moon, but I'll get into that. But yeah, so a lot of people have been really tired lately, and they don't know generally why they're feeling tired. But if you look at it like this here, what is making you feel so tired all the time lately? Why is everyone so tired all the time? You go to sleep, you can sleep as long as you want, you wake up and you still feel tired, and you start thinking to yourself, well, what was the point of me sleeping all that time if I'm still going to feel tired? And so you think to yourself, well, what was the point of me sleeping if I'm going to still feel tired? But there are ways to combat this situation to do with, I call them energy vampires, because that's what they are basically. Whether it be ghosts or spirits or demons, they all drain your energy. But I know some of you may be feeling slight pains in your legs, or just little body pains, or like something's touching you or something like that. If you are at them stages where you can actually feel them touching you blatantly all over your body, you can't see no one, but you can feel like something's touching you, like it's sucking something, the life out of your body. You need to start making preparations to combat the invisible enemy. Now, you can use hot garlic water, which you just get like a couple of pegs of garlic, say 2 or 3, cut them in half, drill a little hole in them, and pour boiling water over them in a hot mug of hot water, and let it stir for a little while. Don't let it go cold. Make sure it's warm when you drink the hot garlic water, and that'll prevent them from drinking your blood. But however, if you do make the hot garlic water to drink, make sure you go toilet, you go wee before you drink the concoction, otherwise it's a waste. But that will prevent them for a little while. You can place garlic around you, which does prevent them from coming around. It doesn't stop them from coming around you, but it irritates them. So that's another technique. You may find that lately you've been feeling a lot of negative energy around you building up in your home. And you're thinking, where's this negative energy coming from? Where's this negative feeling that I've got coming from? This feeling of dread, this feeling of despair, this feeling of depression. Where's it coming from, all this negative energy? It's coming from them, the invisible enemy. These invisible vampire demon energies that you got around you are causing a negative energy around you. When they come, they shed off their negative energy and they leave it around you. So to combat that negative energy that you feel, there's two ways. I think I did a video on this previously where I was talking about negative energies, and some of you may not have the ability to love, so this may be to know how to control the power of love within you. But the feeling of love overpowers the negative energy. You can use frequencies to build up that positive energy. You can use music, or you can use sage, white sage. It's very good. Normal sage is okay, but I recommend white sage, and you burn it, and that combats the negative energy around you, which they can't take because they like being in places where there's negative energy. And if there's no negative energy, they build it up so it makes them more comfortable where they're staying. And now generally these forces, invisible forces that are in your homes attacking you, trying to disguise themselves as COVID and Corona, some of them, trying to disguise themselves as a pain or a joint in your body. These forces generally don't like to be exposed. So once you are aware of them, they will start to attack you relentlessly. So just keep that in mind. There's another technique you can use to ward them off. I don't know if you're a religious person, whether you are or ain't, you can still use this technique, which is one of the most old-fashioned techniques, which is prayers. If you have prayers, your own verbal prayers, you just say your own verbal prayers. A good technique for getting rid of them is to plead the blood of Jesus over them and bind them and cast them out. That actually works very good and calms down a lot of their attacks. Sometimes even prevents them from being around you. Also, you can focus on them. When you're saying your prayers, you have to actually, you can't see them, so it's hard to focus on something you can't see. But the power of the mind is very powerful. Sometimes you have to just visualize them, the force or energy vampire that's attacking you. Visualize them and direct your prayers to that visualization of them. Basically, when I say direct your prayers to that visualization of them, I mean when you're praying, put your thoughts on them, on the unseen forces in your house that are attacking you, and the prayers will go straight to them and fight against your will. Give me a sec, sir. Now, what I was going to say is that what a lot of people will not actually believe what I'm saying without any hard proof or evidence. Well, I haven't come to give you any hard proof or evidence. I'm simply giving you a solution. You can either take it or believe me or not believe me. It's up to you. But why would I waste the whole 10-20 minutes on talking about something that isn't true in the middle of the night? It's now like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, so I haven't got time like that to waste, you know what I mean? I'm doing this video out of the kindness of my heart and because I want to generally help people. So just remember that this is all genuine and everything I'm speaking about is facts. There's no fiction or fairy tale here. if you're not aware of these forces that in our world, I suggest you do more research, but not too much because you don't want to actually buck up on them. So do enough research so you know what I'm saying is the truth, and that there is some element of truth to what I'm saying as far as you're aware. But those who know what I'm talking about, that are familiar with what I'm talking about, you already know that what I'm saying is 100% true, and I'm giving you good advice. So what I'm about to tell you may be difficult to believe, but some of these unseen forces that are in your home, draining your energy and your blood from you, they could be everyday people that you meet, that you see in your life. They could be your friends, your family. They could be people that you see around you in the street, that you bump to at the shopping centre the other day. Your neighbour that you said hello to that before petting his dog and then walking away from him. These are everyday people that you see in your life that are coming into your home, draining your energy. You can't see them, but they're there nevertheless around you. And this is how they've been working with this technique for a long, long time. Now, they generally don't like to be exposed. They're not allowed to prove their existence. So if you was to ask them to prove their existence, they'll be reluctant to try and prove it, but they're around you. And the reason why I'm aware that these people are around me, these forces around me, and the actual people that I know, and they have a body and they have a language, is because I can hear them talking. Now, some people will say, "Oh, he's hearing voices. He's fucking insane. He's crazy. He needs to take his medication." And come on, man, I'm above all of that, man. I've gone beyond them levels, man, of medication. I've been through all of them sagas, mental health, all of that. And I've grown out of that, man. I've become to awareness of what my symptoms are, what I'm experiencing, and it's telepathy. You know what I mean? I can hear the demons communicating around me, and I've heard them say multiple times about different stuff around me. So I'm aware that there's unseen forces around me because I can hear them. So in case you're wondering how I know all of this, I'm actually experiencing all the stuff I'm speaking to you about now, and going through my own problems and situations with demons and invisible spirits and stuff like that. So you're listening to someone that has nightly battles with demons. Every night I battle demons, spiritually and occasionally physically on the streets of London. So I'm speaking from experience. I know a lot of you listen to my music. I have a music channel. You know what I mean? You listen to my music, Ahmenu Sage. So you hear me rapping and you hear me mentioning some pretty dark stuff in my raps and stuff that you may think, oh, is that fairy tale? He's going a bit deep with that, but there's a reason why I rap like that and I speak about them things in my lyrics, is because the life that I lead is not one of normality. And there are continuous situations that I've been in where I've been forced to battle against the forces of darkness. So this is something that's ongoing in my life, and I've reached a point where I'm able to put up a pretty good fight now. You know what I mean? When I first started years ago, I struggled with fighting invisible forces and demonic forces at night, and they used to get the better of me. But now I've reached a stage where I can put up a decent battle and I can drive them away. But I would like to get back to the point of what I was talking about, to do with who these actual forces could be. Now, there are things called there are areas of London and England and pretty much anywhere in the world really you go to, which are areas that are usually surrounded with dark forces or darker creatures or creatures of darkness, or generally just dark creatures, you know what I mean, dark spirits and demons and stuff like that, and monsters and things like that. Areas of the country where there's darkness, so where darkness dwells a much more stronger form in them areas. And these areas are usually found on the borders of cities, on the borders of boroughs, generally on the border of an area. And these borders were full of darkness. They're known as shadow realms. That's what most people know them as, the people that are aware of these sort of things. They're known as shadow realms. So in these shadow realms, there are all forms of dark creatures and mythical creatures. Things that if people saw them, they'll be scared. No word of a lie, but they do exist, and they generally exist on borders. Where I'm currently living is on the border of a city, and which is in a shadow realm. Now, when I first moved there, I wasn't aware that it was a shadow realm. I moved there with the hopes that I'll be coming out of the shadow realm. I moved me straight to another shadow realm, so I'm now currently living in a shadow realm on the border of the city. So some of the stuff I'm experiencing here is completely different. I mean, the other day I went into I think it was a shop. I'm not going to say what shop it was for legal reasons, but I went into, it was sort of like a shop like Sainsbury's and Tesco's, them sort of shops. Could even be either Sainsbury's or Tesco's, but I'm not liable to say it, but it was that sort of shop. And I was doing my shopping, and I'm at the till paying for my food, and to the corner of my eye I can see like a woman beside me. She's a Caucasian woman, and she's in the queue, next up in the queue at the till. And then I see the till lady's eyes just suddenly look over at her. So I look in the corner of my eye. In the corner of my eye, I could see her turn into this massive creature. It looked like something from, you know, Will Smith, Men in Black. When that person, the one with the cockroaches in it, and there's that cockroach alien. She turned into something that looked like that cockroach alien through the corner of my eye, and she started trying to take my wallet out of my pocket. I felt the wallet moving. I put my hand on my wallet and I turned to face her. When I turned to face her, I see the whatever she turned into go back into her body and turn into an actual person again. So I've seen a lot of stuff in this area already. I've seen people disappear walking down the street. I'm looking out my window and they've disappeared in thin air right in front of my eyes. So I'm seeing a lot of weird stuff, and also there's a lot of like weird sounds at night time, and people just disappearing basically. Just 1 minute they're there, or they come into the building and then they seem to just disappear. They don't go anywhere, but I'm gonna get into that. But so yeah, I'm on the shadow realm at the moment, which I'm aware of, and there are a lot of dark creatures in them sort of places. But a lot of these problems with people feeling drained and that is, like I said before, is energy demons drinking your blood. Now, there are probably loads of people going through the situation that I'm going through. So if you are going through the situation, you can contact me through the channel on on YouTube. Just leave a reply or message, and I'll be happy to reply back to you any way I can with any advice that I can about the situation. But because obviously there's some things I can't really say. This is too deep, you know what I mean? It's too deep and the world's not ready for them things yet. So there's some information I have to withhold for my own safety. I've already said too much, but fuck it, man. I'd rather people know the truth, innit, you know what I mean? Now, there are these invisible forces that come into your home to drain your blood. And like I was saying before, a lot of them could be people that you know. People that you experience in your life, in your day-to-day life, that you see at work, that you see in school, that you see at the pub, that you see in the gym, or just when you're generally doing whatever you're doing. And if you do experience these sort of situations, then I suggest you use some of the methods that I told you to try and help you with the situation. But I just wanted to bring the situation into the light because a lot of people are going through these problems at the moment and no one's talking about it. No one's talking about it on any platforms. You can't get any videos like this on YouTube where people are discussing what I'm discussing. You can't get any videos like this on YouTube. But these forces that I'm discussing today, they also have the ability to control technology. They can manipulate technology. They could be on any of your technology. They could be a video that came up on your Instagram, a video that came up on your YouTube, an advert that come up on your telly, or an online opponent that you played on your computer game. They've got the power to come in any of those forms and use the program technology to torment you, basically, or to show you what they want to show you. So just be aware of that fact as well. I mean, I'm experiencing a lot of strange stuff around here. I mean, the other day, I see someone go around the corner. I look out my window at night. Another thing, at night time, when it gets to say like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock round here, nobody's got their lights on. Like, you think people you see people's lights on, no one's got a single light on. It's like I'm the only one in this area. It's weird, man. But I see a guy go around the corner. Next thing I know, a firework shot off into the sky, and it didn't explode. It just went into the sky and kept on going. So it's like I see someone turn into a firework. It's not the first time I've seen that technique being used, where someone is turning a firework. I think I see it in a few films. There was an old comedy film with, I can't remember what the actor's name is. He's that blonde guy, and there's a wizard in it, and the wizard turns into a firework, and then suddenly appears, and then he tries to cast a spell and turns into a goose or a duck or whatever. He's not really good at casting magic. But that was the first time I saw that. In that film, he turned into a firework. And I don't know if you remember in Conan the Barbarian, there's a scene where Conan's having sex with that woman and she's a witch. And then when he throws her into the fire, after she turns into a witch, she turns into a firework and then flies away. So this is all there in your face. Like, these people have been trying to tell you about these things existing for a long time. People turning into fireworks. Then you got Katy Perry. Baby, I'm a firework. Let me show you blah blah whatever the fuck. Why would she sing I'm a firework? What is a firework? And shooting across the sky got to do with really anything to do with showing people what you're worth. Because if you're saying that you're you're the same worth as a firework, what the fuck? How does that really prove that you're worth? She's trying to sing a song like she's trying to show people that are worth something. Fireworks are not worth anything. They shoot off into the sky and then they disappear. They become nothing after a while. So if she's saying you're a firework, shoot across the sky, it's not really a good sign. The reason why she's really singing you're a firework is these people can turn into fireworks. There's people that can turn into a firework and fly to wherever they want. If you look at the old cartoon Sword in the Stone, the cartoon, Disney cartoon, what does Merlin turn into in that film? There's a scene where he's with King Arthur as a young boy towards the end, and he starts getting stressed out in the cartoon, and he says, blow me to Bermuda. And then he turns into a firework and then flies off, and he happens to be a wizard, which is all connected. So what I'm saying to you, there's an element of truth in it. So you just got to do your research, man, and you'll start seeing that what I'm saying is real. So you know what I mean? But as you come to your experience in life and you experience more, you'll start to see that a lot of the stuff I'm saying is true, and no one's talking about it. So this is some of the stuff I've experienced while being in this area. So yeah, I'm currently in the shadow realm at the moment within London. So it's going to get pretty weird in there still. But in saying that, I don't feel like I'm in any immediate danger, but there are forces currently trying to destroy me where I am. So I'm a strong person, you know what I mean, man? I can defend myself, so I'm not really bothered about them. But it is serious, the situation that I'm in, and there is imminent threats on all angles where I am. So I feel like a prisoner sometimes in my own home, but I still go out and do what I have to do. I just make sure I do it before it gets dark, because that's when the monsters like to come out, you know what I mean? But yeah, there is a situation that's affecting a lot of people throughout the whole of the planet at the moment, which is invisible threats. I mean, you're starting to see it on programs on YouTube, because we've got, thanks to video cameras now, this is all being documented. You're starting to see videos of people just being pushed around by invisible stuff, and chairs rocking by themselves, and plates and cups and glasses falling on the floor by themselves. I mean, some people are still so uninformed. They think that some of these acts are actual ghosts. They're still thinking that it's ghosts. And then you got these ghost programs that you see where they like ghost hunters. Those are the biggest fucking idiot Don't ever watch them ghost programs. They're for fools. They fool you, man. You never see anything proper in it. And they never tell you the truth. They have extensive knowledge on what it is they're filming, but they don't want to tell you that they're part of the same problem that they're filming. Like some of these things that you call ghosts and ghost experiences are actually invisible demons. So say like if you see a plate fly across the room, or a chair fall and start rocking by itself, or whatever the hell, there's a high chance that could be an invisible demon, a vampire demon, anything. It could be any of one of them spirits or creatures. It doesn't always necessarily have to be a ghost. But like I said, these are forces that, a lot of these forces that you see are people that you know them very well, or you don't know them, but they know you and they want to come in your space. So there are a lot of people in their homes at the moment They believe that they're in the home with their family, and it's just their brother that lives in the home, their mum, their dad, their sister, their little brother, or their son or their daughter, or their grandparent, or their aunt or uncle. They believe it's just them that lives in the house. But in fact, the matter is, a lot of people out there actually sharing their homes with these spirits and demons. Because remember, demons have to have a place to live as well. The ones that live among us, the ones that don't have bodies, or the ones that have bodies, they gotta live somewhere as well. What, are they supposed to live on? Are they gonna just live on the streets? You think that these demons just live on the streets, or they go back to hell after fucking torturing us for the day or the night? No, they gotta live somewhere as well. So where do they live? What places is there for them to live in? Think about that. Where do the demons go when their day of doing whatever they're doing is done? They gotta have a home to go to. They go to our homes. They go to our homes. They stay in there invisible within a dimension that is close to our dimension. And they eat our food, they drink our drink, they smoke our tobacco, they watch our TV, they do all the stuff that we're doing, and they live with us, among us. Now some of the technology is very advanced. It's more advanced than you know. Some people could be watching TV, and while they're watching TV, these demons could be watching TV. Now, I don't know what the TV is like when they're watching it, but they can use it at the same time as you. Even things to like PlayStation and them sort of consoles, you could be playing PlayStation and they could be playing it at the same time while you're playing it. When it's plugged in, they can play it. Or you could be playing PlayStation, and then they could watch a TV program on your telly while you're watching PlayStation. All this is possible. It's all happening. It's all happening. A lot of technology is being used against us at the moment. A lot of technology is being used against us at the moment. So all this is possible. They can watch TV while you're watching TV. They can do all of that. A lot of technology is being used against us at the moment. So this is what we're going through. And it's a hard subject because of proof. Like, people are saying, where's the proof in what he's saying? He's not proving anything that he's saying. But if you look around us, the proof is all around us. You can go onto YouTube and find proof on what I'm saying on hundreds of thousands of videos. There's proof. There's loads of proof in what I'm saying. I may not put the proof within this video, because this video is just to bring people up to awareness of what is really happening out there around us. But there's proof of what I'm saying out there. You just need to do your research. It's not that hard to find the information or actual video footage of anything I've just spoken about. But yeah, there are people that can control the technology and use it against you. And these demons, they can control the technology and use it against you. And I believe that wherever they are, they must have their own form of technology, because it's like they can make anything live. Some people, you could be watching TV and think that it's an old program you're watching, but it's live, it's all live. But I'm not going to get into that now. I'll get into that another time. But there is a situation at the moment that is sweeping the whole planet at the moment, and it is to do with this visible enemy at the moment that we have among us. Now, I know some of you are not religious, some of you don't believe in God, some of you do believe in God, some of you don't believe in the devil, some of you do believe in the devil. But for those of you who do believe in God, or have read the Bible and believe some of the stuff they speak about. It speaks about in the last days of a time where evil is gonna thrive on the planet, and faiths are gonna be tested and stuff like that. So we're seeing a lot of those revelation signs at the moment, and we're getting visited by UFOs. All of these sort of things is happening on the planet. People are spotting monsters walking around the forests and stuff like that, and generally it's all coming into the light. So this is something that is just happening all over at the moment. I'm not saying it's normal. I'm not saying don't worry about it. I'm not saying do worry about it. I'm saying just prepare for it. Be prepared for the stuff that's going to happen, because something is building up out there. There's an unseen enemy and threat from the shadows that moves in the shadows, and it's been moving in darkness. And we can all act ignorant to this threat and say, oh, he's just chatting crap, or don't exist, or what he's saying don't exist, or there's no threat and there's no enemy. It's all in your mind, and you're unwell. That's another thing. You'll get people, when you start to notice certain things that are strange, they'll tell you, oh, you're not well at the moment, or are you feeling well? They try to make you believe that there's something wrong with you. Look out for those people that always try to make you feel like it's something to do with you. Why you're experiencing that, or there's something wrong with you. Why when you mention certain things to them and they try to throw you off the topic, look out for those people. Them people are part of the problem. And there's also another thing I want to bring up into the subject of people not being genuine. There's a lot of people out there at the moment that are genuinely not who they claim to be. They may appear as who they claim to be. If you do your research on them and you check their background and you actually just dip into the life of that person and do a little bit of espionage and spy on them, you'll find out they're not who they claim to be. I mean, some people believe in shapeshifters, some people don't believe in shapeshifters. But shapeshifting is something that has been happening on the planet since the beginning of time. Shapeshifting has been happening on the planet. We speak about it in the Bible. When they speak about the devil, he used to shapeshift to all different people and try and tempt them to do stuff. He come in loads of different forms. So shapeshifting is something that's been going on for a long time. And to those who know about certain different forms of shapeshifting, there are some things called morphs, demons, serpents, ghosts. All these forces can shapeshift. They're people that can manipulate their form and shape and turn into any form. So, and then there's people that have completed their life and they've reached certain levels in their life and they're able to take formless on any shape they want, so as a part of a reward. So you got to be careful, because some of these unseen forces, these are the ones I'm particularly talking about. I'm not talking about the other shapeshifters, because they're not concerning me at the moment. I'm talking about these unseen forces that shapeshift and come in and out of our life as different people. Watch out for these people, because they could be your family members, they could be your relatives, they could be your best friend, they could be your girlfriend. They could take the form of anyone you know and gain entry into your life. So what you need to start doing is checking up that people are genuinely who they say they are. So when you get that friend that just comes to see you without phoning you, and it's like he comes and you notice he's a bit different from how he was before, may even look a little bit different, and you never question it, that you think, oh, maybe he's just going through a rough day or whatever, that's why he looks different, or why she looks different today, or why she's behaving strange. But has it ever occurred to you that maybe it's a different person? Maybe that's not the same person that you know, and that's a different person that's come into your own space and your environment and infiltrated you, that you're speaking to now. You could be sitting beside him or her right now and not even know that this person is not the person that they claim to be. So you gotta be aware of all these facts, man, because this is real life stuff that is happening at the moment, and a lot of people are being killed by these people. You know what I mean? These shape-shifting demons, and that's how they're gaining entry into people's lives, by actually taking on the form of people that they know and care about, and then using them forms to lure them to their death. So I just want to bring that up to awareness, and oh man, I don't know how to say this, man. But I've experienced a lot of strange stuff. I mean, I even had I know this, you're not going to believe me when I tell you this, but I want to tell you anyway. I want it all out on the open. I've been contacted by the devil recently. He contacted me in person while I was playing a game and asked me for my Odyssey. I told him, what is an Odyssey? I don't know what it is. And then he laughed. Then he threatened me and said, do I mean to threaten him? I said, no. And this is why I was playing a game that never asked these questions. Now, when his name came up on the computer game, when he took over control of my computer game and his name come up on the screen, it come up with a Japanese name. It was some sort of Japanese name. And so I've been contacted by the devil recently, so I know he's aware of me. And he's going to be opening up the gates on me. You know what I mean? So I just gotta stay calm, man. I've got a lot of problems at the moment, but I also got contacted by God, and I actually heard his voice speak, which I know a lot of people are not going to believe me. And I know from when I said that point in the video, when I said the devil contacted me, that's when a lot of you went, oh, this person's crazy, this person's nuts, he's talking rubbish. Bro, I was playing a computer game that has nothing to do with the devil in it. No, they don't talk about the devil or anything like that in the computer game. The devil took over the computer game and started speaking to me in the computer game, asking me for my Odyssey, which is basically Odyssey means a never-ending saga. Which would make sense because I'm Pisces, and Pisces live multiple lives. So maybe I've lived multiple lives and he's never been able to capture me, which is why he's been asked why he wanted my Odyssey. Who knows? But the devil God actually contacted me. I think it was like a week or a couple of weeks, maybe a month or a few weeks after the devil contacted me, and he told me that I shouldn't really say it, it's just between me and God, but I heard his voice speaking, and he told me that I'd repented for my sins and I kept my faith. And I'm not going to say the other thing, but he said I basically overlooked something that he did, and he respected me for it. And because of this, I'm going to dwell with him in the heavens. He told me that I'm going to dwell with him in heaven, and that he'll save me, basically, and that I'm okay. So, I mean, this was while I was listening to a program, a documentary that I've listened to multiple times, and it's never mentioned anything like that in the documentary. It's never suddenly had God's voice talking about how he's going to save me in this document. It was nothing to do with God, this documentary, so it must have been God that took over the documentary. So I've been contacted by God as well. And it's similar to someone in the Bible as well. I think there's someone in the Bible First he gets contacted by the devil, and then he gets contacted by God. So this is how the devil works. He'll contact you first, and then God will contact you afterwards. But I'm actually experiencing stuff that I've never experienced in my life while living in this building. So I've tried to keep it in proportion, you know what I mean, as normal as I can, but let's be realistic, I don't live a normal life. So this what you may be saying, oh, he's crazy for saying all of that. This is normal stuff to me. My life has never been normal. I've always experienced supernatural stuff, you know what I mean, from the time I was a young boy. I remember being a young kid. When I was a very young kid, I used to share a bunk bed with my brother, and I remember seeing one eye appear underneath the bunk bed on the wooden part, on the wooden plank. One eye appeared. Then all of a sudden, thousands of eyes appeared. And I wasn't scared at the time. Like most kids, they'll be scared, innit? But I was always different. I wasn't really scared. What I actually did when I saw all the eyes appear, I actually put the cover up to my nose. I was a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. Because I remember putting the cover up to my nose, up to my eye, my face, just covering my eye, underneath my eye. What I actually did was brave. I extended my hand out and I touched the eye. I poked one of the eyes and they all blinked at the same time. Which upon that time I actually started shouting out to my mum, help. And at first I could barely even speak. I was so scared, I could barely even speak. I was like, Mom. Then I started getting the courage to speak and I was like, Mom. My mum come rushing in. By then, the thing had obviously gone. I also remember another time where a man came out of my toy box. First he was small, came out the toy box and turned into a full-grown man. So I've always experienced strange stuff. You know what I mean? I've seen ghosts, real ghosts. I'm not talking about the invisible ones. I've seen a real ghost, what a real ghost looks like. And they sort of look like, you know, Star Wars. When you see the blue and white aura outline of them. They look like that, but less alive. They actually look like they're dead. And I think the ghost I saw was the ghost of I think it was a married woman. She was wearing a wedding dress. She was wearing a wedding dress and she was she scared the fucking life out of me. And my friend came running out the room. My friend at the time was playing Grand Theft Auto 2. You know what I mean? He liked to fly the airplanes on it. I remember he was flying the airplanes. I just looked to the left of me. There was a fucking ghost sitting on the chair, man. Clear as day, blood. It was clear as day. It was smiling at me as well. You saw how prang I was prang. I ran out the room. Man. At first, when I was trying to run out the room, I thought he was going to get up and chase me. But he just sat on the chair. I just dust. After that, I did what I could to get kicked out of that place. Because I was actually living in a hostel at the time. So I did what I had to do to get Dash out of there. And they dashed me out and I moved into another place. But yeah, so I just want to tell you a little bit of background about me, and I'm someone that has experienced the supernatural a lot of times, you know what I mean? There's a lot of times I've experienced the supernatural. So it's not the first time I've experienced the supernatural before. But oh yeah, by the way, this is part 2 that you're listening to. I don't know if you know. There's a part 1 to this video. This is a continuation from it's all one video, but this is part 2 of the video that you're listening to at the moment. This is a continuation of the first video that I made, which extends onto this video. So I couldn't fit it all into one video for some reason. I don't know why. One video, it just cut out. which is pretty strange. While I was making the video, for some reason it just stopped recording. It's like something pressed it and it just stopped recording. And you notice it was at a time when I was talking about the technology, them being able to control the technology. But yeah, so I just want to make people aware that there are invisible forces out there. There are invisible forces out there. And even though we can't see them, they live among us. They live among us. They live among us. And they could be in your apartment right now and you can't see them. I mean, since I've been living where I am now, I've had my tobacco go down. Someone putting something that tastes like heroin in my tobacco, poison in my tobacco, poison in my milk. Just trying to hit me with poison basically, for some reason. And I've had my tobacco go down. I've had waters being drunk by itself going down. A little while ago I made a cup of coffee. And I drank the coffee to halfway in the cup. And then as I was making this video, I got towards the end of the video and I've looked down in my coffee cup and it's almost empty. It's almost empty. So something just drank my coffee. So we're gonna add that to the weird shit that's happened. Also, I've had, I woke up in the middle of the night one time. Living in this new apartment, I woke up in the middle of the night, and before I went to sleep I was listening to UK rap music. And then when I woke up in the middle of the night, I didn't open up my eyes or move about. I just sat there and I woke up but my eyes were still closed. And while my eyes were still closed, all I could hear was some creepy version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star playing. It sounded so creepy, man. It sounded like some horror version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It was creepy. And then I heard a voice saying shit. And then it went back quickly onto my music. So that's more evidence that there are invisible forces in here. Now, despite the fact that I can actually hear them talking, and they don't like the fact that I'm making this video now, because I can hear them talking about what they're going to do to me for making this video and threatening me right now. I can hear them threatening me, but I don't care, man. I'm not scared of them. Let them come, man. Let them come, innit? Let them come, man. We just battle it out, man. I'm not scared. Fuck off. But yeah, I can hear them say what they're going to do to me for making this video. So they don't like the fact that I'm exposing them, innit? They don't like to be exposed. But they need to be exposed because everyone needs to know that the stuff that's going on. So yeah, there are visible threats out there, and just want to bring people aware to that fact. So this video that I'm making is just personal thoughts and a little bit of advice and stuff like that put into it, but it's generally just to bring awareness to people that are not aware of what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to bring that to awareness, but there are basically invisible forces living among us. Some of them living in our homes, playing with us on our game consoles, appearing to us on videos, eating our food, stuff like that. So, I mean, even it could be something subtle that you don't even notice. Like you could be, say like you got a lighter. And how many of you have found that when you got a lighter, you put it down somewhere in your home, and then all of a sudden you go back to the spot like where the lighter was put down and it's not there. It's not there. You're looking everywhere for it, and then suddenly it appears somewhere where you basically check that area where it appears, and it wasn't there before, but it's put somewhere in a subtle place that you think that maybe I put it there, innit? When you think back, you don't have no recollection of putting it in that spot, but you don't question it because you think maybe I did put it there. It's fucking invisible demon shit. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring these topics up to awareness, and a lot of you are not going to agree with this video that I've made, and some of you are going to say he's chatting crap. But at the end of the day, I'm just telling you the truth. So you can either listen to what I got to say or not take it on board. It's totally up to you. It makes no difference to me because I'm fully prepared. I know that there's a threat and there's an immediate visible threat out there, and there's a visible one. So I'm just getting prepared for that. So my advice to you is to listen to some of the techniques that I said to conquer some of these people, i.e. prayers, garlic, sage, crosses, crucifix, silver, has to be silver, and stuff like that. So there are techniques to combat these forces, and there are traps that you can put up to actually spot them in action. So yeah, so I want to bring that up into everyone's attention. You've been listening to the Ahmenu Sage Show. Me, myself, Ahmenu Sage. I hope you like the videos, and if you found anything interesting in this video, leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Also look out for my music channel. I spoke about Ahmenu Sage. That's AHMENUSAGE. Ahmenu Sage. Check out my music. I got tons of music out there, tons of mixtapes, all deep underground stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, touched on a lot of subjects today. Didn't really go into detail about either one. I know I repeated myself quite a lot, but it's for the purpose of the video. So I hope this video has been informative for you and entertaining, and I look forward to seeing you again. Welcome to another episode of the Ahmenu Sage Show, and I just want to keep this short. It's just a little short video, just a little eye opener. Most of the knowledge in it you already know, but you never looked at it in the way that I'm gonna present it to you. Obviously, you know, I talk about the occult a lot and just hidden techniques and features to do with the planet that we live in. Stuff that remains in our face, but we can't see it sometimes, you know what I mean? So I like to talk about the devil's playground. Now the devil's playground is a saying that refers to the environment that we live in as where the devil plays, basically. Where the devil dwells, the streets, the roads. But I'm going to explain the devil's playground to you. And just try and keep up with me and follow me as I explain this to you. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. I know the video quality presentation of the program isn't that quality, but that doesn't matter. It's the message that matters. So we're going to talk about the devil's playground.
Now, first of all, in the devil's playground, it's literally a playground. You got the swings, you got the monkey bars, you got the climbing frame, you got the merry-go-round, you got the rocking horse, you got the slide. Now the merry-go-round. What does the merry-go-round represent in the devil's playground? The merry-go-round represents your cannabis, your alcohol, your drugs. You take those things, drugs, alcohol, weed, all of that, and you get merry. What happens after you get merry? You become addicted. You go round and round in a circle, taking it over and over and over again. That's why it's called the merry-go-round. Because you get merry and you just go round in circles, taking drugs and alcohol. Now, the swings. What do the swings represent? The swings represent adultery. It's basically swinging. Having sex before marriage with loads of different women. Men having sex with loads of different women. Women having sex with loads of different men. That's what the swings represent. Because if you notice in the swing, what do? You push with your pelvis. It's exactly the motion of having sex. That's why they call it the swing. Because it represents the sexual sin. Now, we have the slide. What does the slide represent? The slide represents is one of the last ones that you go on usually when you go to the park. You won't go on the slide right away. You'll probably go on the swings or the monkey bars and the climbing frame, and the slide you'll probably go on just probably once or last just before you quickly go down the slide. So the slide is the last one. That represents sliding into hell. Then you got the climbing frame, which represents when you climb to the top and you reach a higher level or something, and then you're framed. You're framed for a crime you didn't commit, or something that you didn't really do, or you got influenced to do it, or manipulated to do it. That's why they call it the climbing frame. So you're framed, you climb to a higher level, you reach a certain level, and then you're framed. R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. This happened to them still. Then you got the monkey bars. What's the monkey bars? The monkey bars represents prison. And like, preferably black people, because let's be honest, there's more black people in prison than there are other cultures in most prisons. So that's why they call it the monkey bars. Because in prison, what do you have to do to make it out of prison in one piece? You gotta fight. And what do you do when you're on the monkey bars? You swing, don't you? You swing your arms. You swing your arms until you get to the other side of the monkey bars. You basically fight until you make it through prison to the other side till you're free. If you don't fight, you won't make it, you drop. Then you got the rocking horse. The rocking horse represents your murder, your GBH, your lethal beatings, your fighting, basically your combative side of life, of the devil's playground. The rocking horse represents the fights, and yeah, this basically represents the fights and stuff. What else have we got there? Let's see if we can do one more quickly. I think I covered it all. So, yeah, the Devil's Playground. Let's go over it quickly one more time. The merry-go-round. That's your alcohol and your drug substance use. You get merry and you go round and round in circles, taking it over and over again. The monkey bars, where you swing from one end to the other, basically going to prison and having to fight your way through to getting out. If you don't fight, you drop. Climbing frame, climb up to the top of life, the higher levels of life, only to be framed or set up for something. The swings, the sexual crimes, sexual sins, adultery, cheating, that sort of stuff. The slide, descending down into hell, and the rocking horse, representing your fights and murders. So there you have it. That's the Devil's Playground explained to you. Those are the main attributes and basics of the Devil's Playground. Now you know. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up, and look for more content. Hitting you with that supreme being knowledge. Ahmenu Sage. Over. Let's get it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another podcast show, the Ahmenu Sage Show. Me, myself, Ahmenu Sage. And I would like to welcome you to my show. If you're new to the show and you haven't tuned in, obviously we just recently started, and I think we was covering the music industry last time, and I didn't really get to grips and touch down to base to a lot of things I wanted to say in that video. I'll say that for another time. However, I would like to talk about a new subject that's affecting a lot of black men out there, and not just black men, Muslims men, Asian men, all sorts of men, mainly Hebrews and Egyptian black men, which is affecting. The word that I'm going to tell you is the technique that is being currently used by the devil and the demons and certain Babylon type of people who get bad mind type of people. It's really got to realise this is the main technique that the devil is using at the moment. Desolation is a technique to crush your spirit, crush your ambition, your drive, your focus. It's basically just put you in a position where you're not able to function properly. You can't do anything for yourself. You can't think properly for yourself. It's not in a state where you're prepared to do much. You're going to struggle to do anything in a state of desolation. And I know that some of you may have heard the word desolation being used before. I don't know if some of you are Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit fans or whatever. Or should I say, yeah, the Hobbit? Because in the Hobbit film, I don't know if you know, there's actually a Hobbit film called The Desolation of Small. So that's key to what I'm going to say, basically, that film. Basically, we'll talk about the word desolation. We'll start with the word desolation. Desolation is now meaning, it's basically, it means a state of complete emptiness or destruction. A state of complete emptiness or destruction. Now this is what the devil is trying to do. He's trying to make you feel empty. He's trying to destroy you by making you feel empty, incomplete. That you haven't quite achieved what you came to achieve. That you somehow have to work to do more. You're not good enough. What you've done is not good enough so far. That's how he gets you. You gotta believe
bigger picture, a wider picture, it helps on a massive scale. The little things that you do can help massively. In other ways, it can have rippling effects that can help you in positive ways in other forms. So we're trying to try to put us in a state of emptiness and trying to cause us a sense of distraction through our emptiness. And I don't know if you watched The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or whatever. In The Hobbit, I think it's the second Hobbit film, it's actually called The Desolation of Smaug. Now, we all know that The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings films are proper, they've got to be the most racist films ever. Because we know that the orcs and those people, they're blatantly the black people. So you can tell that when they're talking about orcs and all this stuff, they're just talking about black people basically. You know what I mean? And trying to portray us as devils or some sort of evil. Cause I don't see a single black man in that video. I've never seen a single black person in Lord of the Rings. It's got to be one of the most racist films that's come out in a long time. And I think if they could, they'd have all the orcs as monkeys. You know what I mean? They'd be fighting monkeys. They'd turn into planet apes. But I'm not going to talk about what type of people are actually causing the desolation. I think we're all aware who's the mastermind in the desolation. What people are the mastermind in this desolation movement that is going across the whole, all of the Western world, nations and civilizations across the world. Now, if you've recently come to a point in your life where you are by yourself a lot, your friends are starting to come and see you less, people that you once knew that were close to you seem to not be calling you no more, your phone's not ringing, no one seems to have time for you. Those people, they're in on it as well. They're part of your desolation. They're there to desolate you and your spirit and leave your spirit in a sense of unhappiness and sadness and misery and gloom. So yeah, it is a current technique that's being used by a lot of these dark forces, and that's the word desolation. That's what they're using on us at the moment. And they have a tendency to kind of tell you their plans. I don't know if you watch bad guys, when you watch bad guys in films, they always seem to tell you their plan. Have you noticed that they've got a habit of doing that? When they're about to do something bad, they always tell the good guy what their plans are, their evil plans are, what they're planning to do. And that gives the good guy a chance to actually stop their plans. You know what I mean? And most of the time the good guy does stop their plans, because they blab their mouth off about what they're planning to do. You know what I mean? In a boastful attempt to think that nothing's going to be done about it. But yeah, so that's what they did with basically The Hobbit and the Desolation of Smaug. They was blabbing their mouth off in some kind of way and just trying to expose what it is they're trying to do in a way that torments you, so you don't do nothing about it, or you think it's just some sort of movie scene. But there's more to the movie. I don't know if you watched the subliminals in that film. There was lots of subliminals there. You know what I mean? And one of the subliminals that was there is that, I don't know if you remember Bilbo, he was surrounded by a lot of gold when he was around Smaug. You remember the main focus of that film was about getting a jewel, some sort of jewel, and their dwarfs making money. It's told me that something to do with the desolation technique that they're using on us has something to do with riches and gold, and wanting to be rich and wanting to be powerful and have that money, you know what I mean? And there's something about when you're feeling down and depressed and you're feeling a sense of desolation, emptiness and misery and sadness and grief and sorrow. There's something about when you're feeling in a desolate state of being, emptiness. You're feeling that emptiness and like you're not achieving anything, you're not doing anything, and then you see people with loads of riches and gold, which can then tempt you to
you want them riches and gold even more because you believe that is where your happiness is going to be. It's like they're trying to corrupt everyone to want riches and gold and to think that that's where their happiness lies, in money and wealth. And that is also another trick of the devil still, which a lot of black people get sucked into, and they end up getting assimilated by the devil, innit? And they basically use the life of game, you know what I mean? And now it's their job to then fuck up other people's lives because they already lost the battle a long time ago. But yeah, so desolation, man. Desolation, a state of complete emptiness or destruction. And then an example could be the stony desolation of the desert. Now also, desolation can also mean great unhappiness or loneliness. I repeat that, desolation can also mean great unhappiness or loneliness. So if it's true that desolation can make you desolation can lead to unhappiness or loneliness, what does that tell you that these forces are trying to do to us? They're trying to make us unhappy. They're trying to make us lonely. And what comes from unhappiness and loneliness? Unhappiness and loneliness can lead to misery. It can lead to sadness. It can lead to melancholy. It can lead to gloom. It can lead to sorrow, it can lead to depression, it can lead to grief, it can lead to woe, it can lead to rejection, it can also lead to discouragement. And the ways it leads you to discouragement is pretty obvious. It makes you not wanna achieve anything. When you're feeling down and depressed, you feel like you can't win, and you've got that certain level of sorrow and despair. You start feeling that like it's not worth you making an attempt to achieve your goals because you're just going to fail. You have to shake that feeling off and stay positive. So that is some of the things that it causes. And also devastation, despair, anguish, distress, low spirits, the opposite of joy. These are all the things that come from desolation. Also a sense of barrenness and bleakness comes from desolation. So this is the main technique that is being used on our people at the moment. So I don't know, I can't repeat myself again for you lot because I want to understand me fully and be quite clear on the situation in the matter. If you are now going through a state of being, of life, where you are lonely, have a sense of emptiness, you feel like you're going to be destroyed, think the opposite of that. Do the opposite of that. If you're lonely, pick up the phone, call somebody, go to someone's house. Don't be lonely. Don't let loneliness destroy you. If you're unhappy, do something that makes you happy. Change your mentality, polarize the positive thoughts in your mind. If you keep on feeling depression, sorrow, grief, despondency, gloom, unhappiness, discouragement, despair, if you keep on feeling all of these things and thinking all these things, eventually you're going to polarize all of these aspects in your life. And by polarize, I mean you're going to come to a state of permanence in those aspects and invite those sort of feelings and experiences into your life. So you've got to come to a point where you're happy, you're not miserable. You're happy, you're not sad. You're not feeling gloom, you're feeling positive. You're not feeling sorrow, you're feeling good. You're not feeling depressed, you're feeling happy. You're not feeling grief, you're feeling calm. You're not feeling discouraged, you're feeling encouraged. You're not feeling dejection, you're feeling invited. You're not feeling devastation, you're feeling like a winner. You're not feeling despair. You feel like everything's going to be okay. You got to lift your spirits. You can't have low spirits. You got to lift your spirits. So all this stuff, whatever you're going through today, depression, no matter what it is, that's making you upset. That's making you feel like you can't be successful, or you can't, you don't feel happy. You need to shake that off today. I made a promise to myself today after reading this and studying this here, that I am no longer going to let these people desolate me. I'm no longer going to let them desolate me. And I'm no longer going to let the effects of this desolation affect me. I'm no longer going to let the effects of this desolation affect me. So once again, I'll repeat myself slowly. Desolation is a state of complete emptiness, destruction, unhappiness, or loneliness, which leads to barrenness, bleakness, misery, sadness, unhappiness, melancholy, gloom, despondency, sorrow, depression, grief, woe, dejection, discouragement, despair, anguish, devastation, distress, low spirits, and joy. Basically, just unhappiness and loneliness. You know what I mean? And emptiness and destruction. That's what desolation does. That's what they are trying to do to us, my people. They're trying to make us desolate to the point where, and this applies to some white people as well, you know. This ain't just going to the black man. This is some white people are going through this as well. They still have certain aspects to themselves, you know what I mean? They still have certain love in them, and they can, they've got the ability to feel affection for people. Some white people are going through this as well. So this is not just for white people, this is for anyone that's being desolated at the moment by certain individuals and forces out there. Now, this explains why they made the desolation of Smaug, the Hobbit. Because they was boastful. They got to a point where they're so boastful about trying to being successful in this battle between good and evil, that they're starting to reveal secrets. And I think that part of the reason why they're doing that is because they want you to feel like they've won to a point where they can actually reveal the truth to you. It makes them look like they've got nothing to fear, but really they've got something to fear. They've got something to fear. Otherwise it would just be called the desolation of the black man, or the desolation of the white man, or the desolation of this man. And the fact they called it the desolation of Smaug, which is it shows that they haven't quite yet won the battle, but yeah, so if you are being desolated out there, and you're in a state of loneliness, unhappiness, emptiness, or you're feeling like you're going to be destroyed, and you're going through any of these symptoms that I just said on there, change your mentality, polarize the positivity in your life, polarize the positive thoughts in your life, make yourself happier. If you feel lonely, call someone, call a relative, call a friend, have them come round, spend some time with someone. And remember, if you don't believe me that they're trying to put us in a state of desolation, what are we going through now with the COVID? They're trying to say everyone keep their distance from each other. And basically a lot of people that have, since this COVID, they've been by themselves. They've been desolate, in a state of desolation. They've been by themselves, and they've had no one around them. And everyone's scared to meet up with people because they don't want to get COVID. That's basically adding to the desolation technique. That's extra. That's like the icing on the cake or the desolation cake. They're trying to pump up that desolation to a certain level. And the reason why they put the COVID and went through this, it was all a part of a major plan, which is desolation. And because all these stuff that desolation brings will make it easier for them to gain control and assimilate the minds of these people that are going through the desolation process at the moment. So I'm one of the people that's going through the desolation process, and I'm definitely feeling the effects of it, but I'm no longer going to let the effects of that desolation affect me. You know what I mean? You got to look out for the friends that say, when you say, oh, do you want to come over to come see me? And they say, no, I can't really make it, you know. And they keep on putting you off all the time. Or that girlfriend that keeps on saying, I can't come and see you because of the corona and all this. All these people, they're in on it. They're part of the desolation crew. Yeah. Look out for these people, because these people want to see you destroyed. They want to see you broken mentally, spiritually, and they want to see you crushed, ultimately. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring the awareness of desolation and what is actually happening in the community at the moment. And we'll quickly back on the COVID thing. The reason why the COVID is going on, it was an additional effect to it's also so they could give everyone certain DNA everyone's DNA. I believe it was because I don't know if that's facts. I can't say that's 100% facts. That's just my own personal thoughts. That it was to alter everyone's DNA. Facts and scientific research say it's for COVID, but I believe it's to alter everyone's DNA. But don't quote me on that. Do your own research and come to your own conclusion. That's just my own personal opinion, and I'm entitled to that. So yeah. But I also believe that the COVID lockdown was brought because it would enhance the desolation process massively, where everyone would be alone by themselves and scared to interact with each other. And the people that had been going through the desolation process, it would increase pressure on them. So if you are going through desolation and you are being affected by this technique of evil from the devil, do not let it defeat you. Seek friendship, seek companionship. If you cannot meet anyone physically, call someone on the phone. If you're feeling unhappy, do stuff that makes you happy. Change your perspective. Don't let yourself get depressed and think, oh, I'm depressed, I'm down, I can't take this no more. Just pull yourself out of that state of mind. Come back to a place where you're feeling good, you're thinking good, you're happy. I'm not saying through love and all of that, and you don't have to love if you don't want to, that's up to you, that's whatever your preference is, but pull yourself out of that state of mind and then come to a place where you're feeling good, you're no longer letting depression affect you, or any of these things affect you, you're not feeling despair, or discouragement, or any of these things, or emptiness, or sorrow, you know what I mean, or feeling like you're going to be destroyed. Polarize the positive side in your life. Do whatever is positive, whatever makes you happy, do it. Do it and do it today. From today, say to yourself, these people are not gonna desolate me in any way. I'm gonna pull myself out of this. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say to you. And you've been listening to the podcast show, the Ahmenu Sage show. And yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you on desolation. So, heard what I gotta say. If you've got any thoughts or comments about what I said, if you agree with what I'm saying, then why not leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about what I was saying, or if you thought it was true, or whether you thought there was some sort of, or whether you're going through some of these things yourself, whether you're going through certain things that I spoke about, or experience anything I spoke about. So let me know. Comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and I do have some mixtapes that will be coming out in the next couple of months. In about a couple of months' time, I'm taking a little break at the moment currently. So enjoy the videos, music videos that I put up there before. So I've done loads of music videos. I'm sure you haven't gone through all of them. So listen to the music that I do have out there on my Ahmenu Sage channel, and I'll see you another time. And goodbye. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Nubian Kingz 144 channel. I'm your host and intellectual Ahmenu Sage, and I'm going to talk about touchy subjects. Some people may get offended, some people may understand. Some people may know, some people may not. But what I like to talk about is images. Not just any image, but the image of the black man or woman, mainly the black man, and how it's been portrayed. Now,
black man, I like to talk about the Most High. They say in the Bible and in many religious books scattered across the planet that God created people and He made them in His image. So if the black man is in the image of God, made in the image of God, then His image is divine. When you look at him, a black man, you're looking at the image of a divine being, someone that is high up. There's no one above him. His image. Now, what you've got is certain individuals and demonic forces out there trying to destroy the black man's image. And they're doing it purely out of the fact. Some of the people are doing it because they don't want to look up to the black man. They don't want the black man looking better than them. And some of the demonic forces that are doing it, they're doing it because they just want to corrupt the black man, to be honest. But it's also because out of hate and spite why they're trying to destroy the black man's image, the demons and certain individuals out there. But the main reason why they're destroying the black man's image is because they don't want to have to look up to the black man. They don't want to have to respect him, and they want him to look like he's a bad person, like he's not a role model, like someone that you shouldn't look up to, or someone that when you look at them you should look down upon, or something like that. But could be further from the truth. Now, one of the ways that the demonic forces and certain forces try to portray the black man and destroy the black man's image is by getting him hooked onto certain music that makes you look like a thug, or that promotes thuggish looks, like wearing tracksuits or hoodies and stuff like that. They want the black man to look a certain way. They want the black man to look like a thug, to look like he's a criminal, to dress like a criminal. Because if you got the black man dressing like a criminal and looking like a thug, and making thugged out music, and music that isn't positive, or isn't not necessarily positive, but isn't really good, as a negative music and violent music, and you basically in a major way destroying the reputation of the black man and the image of him again, affecting the image. It's a major impact on the image when you do those sort of things. Wearing like hoodies and always wearing tracksuits and never wearing a shirt or trousers or shoes. So that's one way that they've got the black man's image being destroyed, through the way he dresses and the way his appearance looks. Now what a lot of people do out there, certain individuals and demonic forces, what they do is that they try to talk about the black man in a certain way that he usually isn't in that kind of way at first, and then he slowly fits the criteria of the black man by his own actions, the stereotype by his own actions, the stuff that he chooses to do, until he becomes a stereotype of a thug, or someone that's evil, or someone that's bad, and he starts to look the part. And one of the ways that they do this is by influence, media, movies, gossip, factors, bullying. You know what I mean? They try to guide the black man onto a path that he feels like he has to be a certain, like a thug, you know what I mean, or dress like a thug, or look like a gangster, or look like a roadman. And this has been going on for the longest time. The image that you possess is of the image of the Most High. You can't get any higher. You can't look at someone. There's no one apart from you that it looks like you. This is why your image doesn't look like anybody else on the planet, because you are made in the image of the Most High. Your image is divine. Your body has divine elements to it. This is why a lot of black people have athletic build. Very athletic build and muscular build, natural muscles. Because they're made in the image of the Most High. And the Most High is probably going to have a physique that is godly and athletic. So what they're trying to do is destroy your image by making you eat junk food, making you fat, making you not want to exercise and smoke drugs all the time, constantly smoking weed, which affects the way you look. If you notice, everything that they're doing is to affect the way you look. It's all about image. It's all about image with the black man. It's all it's ever been about. The image of the black man and how it's portrayed. And they're constantly looking for ways to throw dirt onto your image, or to portray you as something that you're not. And you feed into it. You fall right into the palm of their hands by allowing yourself to act in a certain way, and dress in a certain way, and think in a certain way, and speak in a certain way that makes you look bad. Come on, my people, man. I only want the best for you. And don't get me wrong, I don't mean this in no hateful ways. I'm not a racist person. I've got black children as well as white children. I'm not racist. I have a black dad as well as a white dad. It's a bit complex to explain, but obviously I have a black dad, but I was raised by a white man. But my dad is always going to be my dad, and I love my dad. But I have a mixed upbringing with black and white friends, so I don't really have it in me to be that racist. I mean, everyone's racist to a certain extent, but I don't promote racism, so if you think that this is something to do with racism, it's nothing to do with that. It's only to do with individuals that are racist, that are against the black man due to their racist beliefs, and demonic forces that simply just want to destroy the black man because of divinity. If you're not racist, then you've got nothing to be offended by. I'm not calling out any names. I'm just simply saying that there are individuals that want to destroy the black man's image, and this has been going on for a long time. Some of you white people, you see how certain white individuals are treating the black man. I'm sure you must be disgusted by it yourself. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes the truth is going to hurt, but it needs to be said. And that's how we're going to move on from these situations. We don't talk in the open. But yeah, so moving on. The black man's image. The black man's image is being destroyed at the moment. And it's being done in a very subtle way. It's like they're making the black man, showing the black man with all this money, all these cars, all these materialistic items. All these clothing, different hoodie clothing, different fogged out clothing, all these tattoos, all these teeth, gold teeth, diamond teeth, ruby teeth, you know whatever teeth they got in their mouth. And it looks superficial. It makes them look superficial. It makes them look like what they care about is money. It makes them look greedy. So they're not only just portraying the black man as superficial, they're portraying the black man as greedy. As someone that all they care about is money, making money, how they can make money. Which isn't a bad thing, don't get me wrong, it isn't a bad thing wanting to make money. You got some black people that all they care about is money. They don't care about no one apart from money. And they'll screw over anyone that they can that gets in their way in order to get the money that they want to come to them. And then by doing them screw overs that they do to people, they give the black man a bad image. Can't just blame certain individuals and demonic forces on the black man's image at the moment, because black people, we're to blame as well. We're to blame as well, man. We do it to ourselves. They just give us the rope and we hang ourselves with it. We can't blame it on all the individuals and demonic forces, because it's not entirely them. It's us as well, leading our own self down the path that's destroying our own image of who we are. We're taking on the image of the beast and another man's image when we had our own image. I remember there was a time where black women would have their own hair, their own natural hair, and they would gel down their little sideburns. They would gel down their sideburns and curl up the little crown of their hair in a circle on the corner of their head, and they'd have their hair out, or they'd have it plaited, and they had natural hair. Now you've got black women with blonde hair, blue hair, pink hair, purple hair, and it's not even their hair. It's not even their hair. What happened to your own natural lovely hair that your mother gave you, that God gave you? The hair that you had from birth. What happened to it? How's your hair ever going to grow if you're always putting a wig on your head? You rather wear horse's hair on your head, or some dead person's hair on your head, or another person's hair on your head, than your own hair. All you're going to do, black woman, is make yourself evolve the black woman into being a bald woman. You're going to evolve into a bald woman. Black women are going to struggle to grow hair in the future, because you're not valuing the hair that God gave you. You'll just take it away. Slowly but surely you'll take it away, and you'll evolve into someone that doesn't have hair, and then you really will have to wear a wig on your head. Love the hair that you've got and appreciate what you've got. Work with what you've got. Most of you look beautiful when you got your own natural hair. Most of you look beautiful, man. If you're with a man and he don't like you, or you feel like you can't get a man or look good because without wearing a wig on your head, then there's something wrong there. You need to boost up your confidence and believe in yourself. Some of you claim to be confident women, strong black women. You're not that confident because you're wearing a wig in your head. Wear your own hair. You're not that confident. Wear your own hair that God gave you, that you was born with, that belongs to you. Why would you want to wear someone else's hair on your head and get their nets in your head and their dandruff in your head and their greasy hair follicles on your face, in your face spots and all that stuff, itching your head every minute because the wings starting to itch and all that. You know what I mean? Come on, black women, man. Image, man. It's all about the image at the moment. They're attacking our image. You don't see the white woman wearing afro wigs, walking around with afro wigs wherever they go. Name 10 women, 10 white women you see in a whole year of your life wearing an afro wig. Black women. Name 10 women that you see a year wearing afro wigs, just walking down the street. You don't see that. You won't see one. So why are you doing it? Once again, I say you're giving the black people a bad name. You're giving the black image a bad name. Love yourself, love your hair, love your body, love your shape, love yourself. And that goes for the black man as well. Love yourself enough to care how people see you. The whole world is watching us at the moment. And some people are making decisions about how they see us. And you can say, I don't care what people think of me, I don't care. You should care. You should care. You should care. Because there was a time when our people used to dress smart. You go back to the 60s, 70s, 50s, black people would dress smart. They wore shirts, they wore trousers and shoes. Our image was good back then. We had a good image. We had a better image, and if you notice, back then our image was better and our people were stronger. You had the Black Panther Party, you had certain other parties and individuals that offer protection to black people. Black people were stronger back then than what they are now. And if you notice, their image was more stronger, was more natural, and less influenced. It's all about the image, my people. The main way they're going to attack the black man and black woman is through their image. If you can alter their image and corrupt their image, you ultimately corrupt them and the way people see them and the way they see themselves, the way we see ourselves. Change your image, my people. Change your image, man. Change your image. Change your image, man. Start putting on shirts. Start putting on trousers. Occasionally wear some shoes. Even if you don't wear shoes, wear some jeans or something occasionally, or trousers, or a nice top. Dress up smartly. It doesn't have to be shirt or shoes or trousers. Just dress up smartly. At least 3 times a week when you go out. Give a good impression to people. Keep a close eye on your behaviour in public. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are watching us at the moment to see how we're behaving, to see how we're reacting, responding. We're under supervision 24/7, 24 hours a day, in our houses and in the community. Believe me, we're under supervision. These people are watching us, they're studying us and everything that we do to see how we behave. So we got to show a good impression and set a good example. We were once the teachers of nations, and now we're the pupil. We've gone back to being the pupil, and all the knowledge and of the foundations of the earth has to do with the ancient knowledge is within us. And it's going to take a lot of studying and a lot of creeping and crawling back up to the top to get back to where we was. But one step at a time, my people. One step at a time. And the image of the black man is so important at the moment. It's so important. It's so important. Don't get crossed with vanity, what I'm talking about. This has nothing to do with vanity. So don't start thinking like you gotta be vain and all this stuff and be like a woman and get pedicures and manicures and all that stuff. That will help anyway, but you don't have to go to them extreme levels. Just make sure you look tidy, you know what I mean? You're smelling fresh. You put on a bit of aftershave when you step out your yard, or perfume. If people are watching, they're definitely watching. These people are destroying our image, trying to destroy our image, certain people, and demonic forces out there, destroying our image. They're destroying our image. And remember, we were made in the image of the Most High. We look like God. We're the only race on the planet that looks like God. Therefore, we are the gods. We are the gods. We need to start behaving like one. And that means no more petty things, no more pettiness, no more stuff that's beneath us. Looking and dressing a certain way. Those of you that make music, step your music up a level, start spreading some knowledge and teachings into your music, adding some culture to your music. Don't just talk about drugs and guns and selling drugs and having sex with hoes and all of that. Come on, man. It's time to step up the music a little bit, man. And women, don't just sing about how the black man left you heartbroken and all that, and how he's no good and he's a cheater and you can do better and you're stronger by yourself and all that, because you need a black man. This is why the black man is failing at the moment, because the black woman is not standing beside the black man. The black woman is not standing beside the black man and making him feel like a king. The black man does not have the black woman by his side supporting him. Some people are lucky too. I'm not one of the lucky ones. I'm not even ugly like that, you know what I'm saying? Sexy nigga and all that. The black woman is not standing by the black man, supporting him in everything that he does. All she wants to do is leech off the black man and say, oh, can you get my hair done, my nails done, buy me this Gucci bag, buy me these shoes, buy me this, buy me that. Buy yourself something, fix up your image, which means fix up yourself in your pockets and start buying yourself stuff. And it works 50-50. You don't have to just buy yourself stuff. Buy something for your man. Your man buys you something, why don't you buy him back something? It's only common decency if someone's buying you something to buy them something back eventually. Relationships work 50-50. Don't just be relying on your man to do everything for you. You want independence, you want to say that you're independent, you want to be an independent young black woman. That's all rubbish there, man. There's no such thing as an independent black woman and an independent black man and them coexisting together. Independence can't coexist with nobody. It's independent, it's on its own, it relies on nobody. We need each other. A black man and a black woman need each other just as bad as any other couple. You don't see any other couples of any other cultures talking about a young independent white woman, young independent Chinese woman. You only heard about that about the black woman, the black man, young independent black man, young independent black woman. It's a facade, man, just to make you not want to be with each other. The black man needs the black woman so that he can be a black king, and the black woman needs a black man so she can be a black queen. You need each other. It's time to start working together and supporting each other. And stop killing each other, black people, man. Stop killing each other. You're just reducing the black population. Can't speak for them sellouts, the ones that destroy the black man due to their own hatred. Them ones there, I just hope they die soon. Support each other. And the reason why I say that the black man needs a black woman and the black woman needs a black man is because it relates to imagery again. The black woman and the black man looking down the street holding hands kissing or kissing in public is a powerful statement. You don't see a lot of black people kissing, black couples kissing in public or walking down the street holding hands. They don't want to see you doing that. They don't want to see the black man or black woman kissing or holding hands in public. Because it shows the image of love between each other and for one another. It strengthens your bond, it strengthens the black community in general, seeing them sort of things, which brings us closer together and puts the idea into black males and black females' heads that they need to be together. So we want to see more of that, man. More holding hands, kissing in public, and acts of affection between a black man and black woman. Because it all adds to the imagery. You don't see enough of it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before I stop this video I think that's it. I just want to recap on what I've talked about. Basically, the image of the black man is being destroyed through music, food, drugs, propaganda, gossip, influence. All these things are being done to destroy the black man's image, to make him look a certain way, so he stares further on the path of looking like a god, or looking like he's made in the image of God, or looking like a divine being. Black men and women, you are divine beings. You are made in the image of God, therefore you look divine. Don't let them spoil your image and corrupt your image. Start acting like the gods that you are, and come back into your godhood and goddesshood. I'm your host, the intellectual Ahmenu Sage. You've been listening to the 144 Nubian Kingz channel. It's a little message out there for you. I hope you wasn't offended by this video. I didn't mean no offence. I just wanted to talk to my black community about their image. So if there's anyone that's offended by this, don't be offended. I'm sure you want the best for your people, just like I want the best for my people. There's no harm in it. I didn't abuse anyone in the video or talk abusive about any in particular. I think I handled it respectfully and carefully. So hopefully you won't be offended by this video. But yeah, black man's image is very important. Make sure you keep your image and the image of God, the Most High, or the Goddess. By that I mean do things that are going to make you look good, dress in a way that's going to make you look good, rap or sing in a way that's going to make you look good. When I say look good, I mean like a father, a criminal, or a CG, or anything like that. So it's going to make you look good.